It says we're live, so well trusted again. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the show. It's good to be back after another fun-filled and exciting, action-packed week for everyone, I guess. So just to quickly introduce my team tonight. I'll go down the screen on my side. So, Marty, what's happening?
Well, not much.
Yep. There we go. Exciting update. Micro, what's happening with you?
Nothing really. Like stuck at home, making job applications to a job market that's both existent and non-existent at the same time. So
that's surely the job market at the moment, is it?
Yeah.
And Kitch, what's happening?
Cabin fever setting in. Yesterday I thought of some sort of hummingbird.
I think we can come back every week to see how much your beard's growing as well.
I've got a razor ordered from Paris City, so I'll be able to trim it myself.
All right.
So next week or whenever we'll be able to see how good of a barber I am.
All right. We can live stream. We should live stream that. You trimming your own beard.
Do it for charity.
So everyone, hope everyone's okay and you're following the advice. Please stay in, stay safe, as we keep saying on the show. Tonight we're taking a little bit of a different change of track. Just with everything that's going on, we thought we would do our usual, look at a film, pick it apart, and we chose last week 1995's film Outbreak. Probably one that you kind of vaguely remember, I would think. It's not one it's not like got a big following or anything. It's just we all kind of remember seeing this once or twice. And I'll just get everyone's quick opinions on it first. Marty, what do you think of this?
As a movie, I actually enjoy it. It's not the best thing I've ever seen, but it's certainly watchable. I'm not bored while watching it, so it gets a thumbs up from me.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst thing you'll ever see. I'll just say, it's very cliched and all that, but I think the cast absolutely saved this one. It's an incredible cast. I've forgotten how good the cast was. You got Dustin Hoffman.
For those who don't know, it's Dustin Hoffman, Rene Russo, and Morgan Freeman, Donald Sutherland,
Kevin Spacey,
lots of Kevin Spacey, right?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
plenty of big names. Although he wasn't a big name at the time, but
like just really good, solid actors, the whole lot, and they did save this film in my view. Micro, what do you think?
Yeah, about the same. It's not the best movie ever, but it's it's a decent movie. Like the science is a bit iffy, but
that spoilers.
Yes,
that's what we're gonna be talking about.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of that tonight. And Kitch, your overall thought?
It was a decent watch. Obviously, a lot of it's dramatized. The romance is a bit cliche, but I think that was a sign of the times. I think it's very similar to the Jurassic Park 3 romance in some regards, but I think it's better acted, much better acted.
Yeah,
but I don't want to get into details yet.
So, has anyone got a quick plot rundown? We can. No, we don't. So
there's a virus. It gets to the U.S. a small U.S. town in California via illegally catched and poached is what I'm looking for, monkey, and it's up to our heroes to not only deal with the virus but also the military, who wants to drop a bomb on the city as a solution because it's apparently also a bioweapon.
Yeah, but it's based on the book The Hot Zone, and basically the plot of the film is that in 1967 there was a weapon created. It reemerges in 1995. where it's transported by monkey to the fictional town of Cedar Creek in California. And that obviously generates a quarantine. The U.S. Army, led by, and I can't remember his name at the moment, played by Donald Sutherland, but I'm just kind of calling him
something with M, Montauk or something like that.
I'm just going to call him General Dick because he's just a dick throughout the whole movie.
General obvious bad guy.
Wants to drop a I forgot the name. Oh, geez, I can't remember the name of the weapon.
I think they call it an air fuel bomb or something.
Which it isn't. That type of bomb. The type of bomb they show is not an air fuel bomb.
That may be, but I think what they're referring to is a thermobaric charge.
Yeah,
it's a very big bomb
because they want to preserve the bioweapon.
Yeah,
and it's up to Dustin Hoffman to try to find the original carrier to generate a plasma treatment for the virus.
We need monkey blood.
Hilarity ensues.
Much hilarity ensues.
Now I just want to see it rewritten as a comedy.
So I think So, Kitch, I think we'll let you get to some of the science. I think you're just desperate to get to some of this. What was the first nitpick you had about the science?
Well, I've like this is a film that I've seen in my childhood, so this is kind of like the first time I've gone back to it. Kind of got me interested in epidemics and infectious disease, which I've carried through to nowadays. I don't want to go ahead of myself here. Again, these are just these. By the way, these notes I have aren't on the science. I don't have that much on the science. This is all kind of like plot points and character names and all that. So I don't remember. I don't forget. That's a fucking awkward one. Anyway, I forgot to. That's irony. Well, that's a chaos. But I think that my biggest flaw. The movie, but right off the bat, we're in 1967 in at the time, as we were talking backstage, a country that wasn't called. Oh God damn! I lost it in my notes.
They say it's Zaire, but it wasn't called Zaire at the time.
Zaire. And interesting enough, that's a cool point, is that at the time of this film's release, there was an actual outbreak of Ebola, which is what this particular virus in the film Motaba is based off of, hemorrhagic fever. So the army come in to this army camp, or these military doctors come into this army camp. They see that a lot of the people are dead. Are dying,
and the camp is under attack the whole time. There are explosions all around.
It's like they're straight on the front line, and they're just acting like, we're just walking in. Nothing is gonna happen.
Yeah, it felt like we have to tell the audience that this is war, so we have to have the camp be under attack because people are stupid.
It's
They take a sample
They take a sample and then they said, you know what, we're going to drop a package. Which didn't sound ominous at all.
No, that's.
And then then the film, then obviously the scene happens where they just do the bad guy thing and blow up the village, the camp. And an interesting point that I didn't see, I didn't cop the first time I saw it, but you can actually see a guard just explode into guts.
Yeah.
When the bomb is dropped, which is a morbid but cool point actually on it. If you're into your horror movies, does anyone to take over from there?
Well, then we jump forward in time, I guess. I'm assuming 1995. I'm not sure they actually say. I think they just say present day or something like that.
I just go for 1995 because it was released in 95.
Yeah.
That's usually what these movies mean.
Yeah. So, well, we're introduced to our main character, played by Dustin Hoffman, who is. I'm not entirely sure what he actually is. Like he's a colonel, but it's implied that he's also a doctor.
And also does work for the Who?
Some sort of army doctor thing.
Yeah. He works for, God, the really, really long, stupid acronym for the U.S. Army's infectious disease. Yosemite, something like that.
There's some horrible background noise right now. I think it's Silver who just came in.
Yeah.
There's this hissing going on.
But a cool part of the scene that were introduced is I can't remember. We see you go to all the BSL labs in that one shot.
Yes. There's a long, very well done shot where we go through all the different safety levels.
So, and here I have a question for you, biology nerds. Is this what that kind of lab actually looks like, or I mean, what things are wrong with it? Because
it's a little crammed.
Yeah, exactly. That's something I felt like they had all these different security stages. I mean, would they even be in the same building? Wouldn't there be like maybe connected by underground tunnels or something like that? But
they might be in the same building, but like they wouldn't be so close together that you can just walk from one to the other like that.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. I've never been at BSL 4 or BSL 3. We do have BSL 2 and DCU. So, just for a general explanation for those who may not be in the know, BSL stands for biosafety level. So, as a pathogen, disease-causing organism becomes more and more dangerous, obviously we have to work in different containment levels. So in BSL 2, BSL 1 is just a normal teaching lab kind of microbiology stuff that's innocuous. It's not going to cause disease.
As long as you don't eat the samples, you'll be fine.
Yeah. And even still, it might be just an upset stomach because again, these can cause inflammation, but not too much. These would also be the food's grade safe microbes, so like probiotic and stuff like that. Again, nothing to worry about. BSL 2 is where you have disease that causes mild infection, but there's a prophylaxis or there's treatment for it, or there's a vaccine, so like an antibiotic or vaccine. Again, for these kind of microbes, so I use BSL 2 for an organism known as Porphyromonas gingivalis. And that's the disease that causes periodontitis or advanced gum disease. Other ones will include Staphylococcus aureus, which can cause a variety of different infections, including mastitis, pneumonia, skin infection, abscesses, and there's a few more that I just can't think of. There's a whole host that caused by staph. And toxic shock syndrome as well. That's BSL 2. BSL 3 is, again, at one more above, and that's for severe disease, but there's treatment available or a vaccine. So, for example, a BSL 3 microorganism will be HIV, which I found a bit weird because at first, but there is treatment for HIV available. And then you go to the BSL level 4, and that's for severe disease, and there's no vaccine or there's no treatment available for it.
If you get it, you die.
So if you take something like smallpox, for example, that would be 3.
No, it would have been at the time. Now I guess it would be 3 now.
Yeah, I mean, without a vaccine, you're pretty much screwed. So
yeah. Yep. But now, luckily, it's eradicated. But yeah. But BSL 4 is the most advanced. We don't have them in Ireland. as far as I know.
There are these. I think they had was it Madagascar or something? They had a bubonic plague that was antibiotic resistant. Where would that end up?
Depends on how resistant it is. If it's just that it's resistant to the normal thing, like the normal antibiotic that you would use against it, it probably wouldn't change a whole lot as long as there's something that can treat it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. It was presented in some pop science thing as sort of change your pants, basically.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And antimicrobial resistance is a cause of concern and something we really want to look at going forward, because again we can see.
I'm getting nothing. Don't know if anyone can hear me, but I'm getting nothing off anyone else.
We can hear you.
Okay. We can hear you.
And we can hear a hiss in the background.
I'll leave you guys to it. I'll harass the chat in the meantime.
Yeah. That sucked.
But,
doing R2 jokes is much more fun when he's here.
Yeah, when he can defend himself or try to defend himself. But but an interesting note about the suits that they're wearing is that they're not too dissimilar from what would usually be worn on the field. So you can see they have a tube that's connected to a pack that goes into their hood. So what that does is it creates a positive pressure within inside the mask or the hood. So that means
the suit is blown up. So if you get a tear or something in it, like things don't go inside the suit, the air comes out of it.
Yeah,
and none of the suits in the movie are pumped up at any point. They should be like slightly inflated.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Yeah. Which also means that Casey shouldn't have become infected.
Yeah, that's actually something weird. I thought when I saw this again for the first time, I was thinking, that's just the kind of is he going to get sick or not? But I was like, those suits are positively infected, and it's not like the air is going to be naturally contaminated with the virus.
Yeah.
Precaution. But it doesn't seem like he should have got sick because he was only exposed for maybe a couple of seconds. He wasn't there for too long.
Yeah, as you said, the air isn't pumped full of like the disease you're looking at.
Yeah, but again, everything is taken there as a precaution. It's literally, if you can think you're overdoing it, you're not doing it enough.
Yeah, and I was going to say he ran straight into a decon room as well, so he should have been pretty safe, really. Yeah.
Like the one thing that there's a couple of questions that this movie doesn't answer, which I think Contagion did better. And one of the things that didn't answer was the infectivity, because the Contagion gave you an R0. It gave you an idea about how many people one person will infect. While this movie kind of just leaves it as it's so infectious, and it's like
if one guy coughs in a movie theater, everyone dies.
Well, they actually did give a figure about how many people got sick in the movie theater. It was 15 cases. And I would have thought it was a lot more because he just stumbles through a crowd. And then
he spreads it over everyone.
Dose. Yeah. Like, what's the infectious dose for the organism?
Well, it can't be that high because remember, they were able to, like, one sick guy drinking from a well was enough that if you drank from the well, you got sick too. That's how all the people in the village in the 95 village in Zaire got it.
Except for the witch doctor who
stayed in his cave.
Yeah, for a week. So again, for once, local religious customs actually stopped a pandemic. But not stop the pandemic, but stop somebody from getting sick. That was one person, though.
Yeah, it's usually the other way around.
Not necessarily they get a religion, but hey, I've been in isolation for 14 days.
But yeah, like I would say that cinema scene on its own, it's probably like a good reminder of why we're doing what we're doing at the moment, all of us.
Yeah.
Because like, if that was to happen right now, someone's to run through a crowd coughing in a cinema, yeah, it could end quite badly, all of that.
Yeah,
But
because
not
Dave gets sick and then everybody else gets sick. Where was the cinema? Was the cinema in Cedar Creek? Or was that
Yes.
Right,
It all happened. It's contained to Cedar Creek, isn't it, though? All of it's the Outbreak,
Yeah, but because the vet, the person who was handling the monkeys was sick, but he didn't infect anybody. But
yeah, he's never heard of again.
Or his wife.
All right.
Probably would have. Did his wife keep like 6 meters away from him while he was having a seizure?
But then there was the guy who got scratched by the monkey.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
And his blood got splattered on the doctor. And wasn't it the doctor that was in the? Was that the guy who went to the cinema?
Yeah, he was the guy. He got it from there, and then he somehow like. Spoiler alert! You can't like open a centrifuge while it's still running. They're locked.
Because I was thinking this is 1995.
You can't just stick your hands inside it.
But
this is before 1995, so I thought that maybe that safety mechanism wasn't implemented. And also, why are you centrifuging blood, infectious blood, in glass tubes? They're very likely to break. You use plastics.
And just everything they do in Cedar Creek. It seems like those doctors are rednecks, basically. The doctors don't seem to know the first damn thing about how to work with contagious stuff. They don't take precautions. They seem sort of like they slept through med school, basically. Or is that just me getting that impression?
No, a little. But I also think they were extremely overwhelmed because suddenly, apparently everyone in the
not at first.
I think as the outbreak got more, you could see the doctors getting more and more overwhelmed, and that is again an also important parallel to what we're dealing with now. Because if the doctors are getting overwhelmed, they're going to make more mistakes. They're going to get sick. That's going to lower the healthcare capacity of our hospitals at the moment.
But if you just look at the guy gets splattered with blood that he has every reason to believe is contaminated, and he goes to a movie.
Yeah,
and he's a doctor, presumably, or maybe a lab technician or something.
He's probably a lab tech. I will assume
he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, he would be asked to like stay home because we don't know what the fuck you have.
Right.
Quarantine right away.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it kind of seems fun. It's trying to fit that into the theme of, and again, parallels quite nicely with what's going on in America, that it's not being taken seriously. Now, it is being taken seriously by professionals in America, healthcare professionals, but the politicians weren't taking it seriously. But the healthcare professionals will take it seriously. But I think in this kind of movie, they're trying to make it like everyone in power isn't taking it seriously enough. And I don't think obviously that's not quite right.
They also need to make it look like the heroes are the only ones who are competent. It reminds me of a Michael Bay movie where you have one person who is competent, or maybe two, and everyone else who should be a genius is an idiot. I mean, Armageddon comes to mind.
Yeah. And that's why I prefer the movie Contagion, because that's why I prefer the movie Contagion, because in Contagion you can see all the different healthcare professionals actually know what they're doing, coordinating, and they're leading a team-wide battle. There's not like one hero, but there's loads of different people making these kind of sacrifices and doing the hard work, making doing the science. Yeah. So, but I'm not here to promote the movie Contagion, although I'll chill for that movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a very good movie. Very, very well casted as well, actually.
Even better because we get to see Gwyneth Paltrow die.
Within the first 5 minutes.
Yes. That is the best part of that movie.
But one thing actually is, and I wanted to get your opinion on this, Michael. The fever seems to be fairly high at 41 degrees Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
And what it seems is that from the patients that we see, drop down and get sick, they go straight into a seizure. Do you think that's because of the high fever? That's what they're.
I think that's what is being implied, that they're having I can't remember what it's called. It has a name, but yeah, a fever seizure. I don't think because none of the people who recover end up with brain damage. So I don't.
Yeah, because 41 degrees actually is the exact same temperature that would take to have brain damage.
Mm-hmm.
And Casey kept.
Yeah, he should be fucking gone.
Yeah, he even implied it. How many brain cells did I lose? Now it's a joke, but that's actually you're losing brain cells, buddy. And it's hyperpyrexia, is that kind of body temperature. Hyperpyrexia. I think Rebound's disease causes it, but I've never seen or heard of that before. But yeah.
What else do we have? We have the fact that the monkey that they show, the capuchin monkey, that doesn't live in Africa. That's a South American and Central American species.
That I did not know.
And it's kind of hilarious because they could just they use rhesus macaques in some of the other monkeys in the movie, and those are from Africa. They could just use those.
I don't know. Would the monkey that they chose, is it easier to train or?
Yeah, it's probably something like that.
Or it's that's the.
It's more characteristic. It looks like you can describe it as a monkey with white face, black fur. It doesn't just look like generic monkey.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there is the scene where he gives the description. Have you seen this animal? And he won't even say what species it is. It's a monkey. It has this. Here's a picture of it. We're looking for one specific individual. It's kind of like saying we're looking for a human. Have you seen one? We're looking for a specific human. Have you seen any? If you have seen a human, call this number.
Well, I don't think they're. I think. The base of the fact that it's California, you could have just said there's a wild monkey roaming around California, sitting, looking like this. They're not. I don't think they're running.
No, they don't.
No,
you don't have monkeys in California.
That's true.
So I think it's any suspicion of any monkey. Yeah, it's probably it. But then again, you never know. Escapes and fucking people buying in exotic animals who can't keep them.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I did think he did even say what area of America to look for this monkey in.
No, he just said. It was a local. I think it was supposed to be a local channel.
All right, because I just had in my. If you did that in America, I'm not slagging off. We've got lots of American friends. We're just imagining loads of rednecks going out in trucks shooting random monkeys, kind of. That'll be an interesting movie to watch as well.
Reminds me of what was that on Best of the Worst, where they blow up gophers and.
Oh yeah.
Exploding varmints.
That fucking insanity.
Yeah.
Okay, just a warning. Ziller says he might be able to go. We're just going to give us another one.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Still hissing.
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys
hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh,
go fuck yourself.
The fucking technical difficulties. Hey.
All right. Oh yeah,
that's
sound okay. Yeah, it sounded a lot better now.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Now it's crappy.
Yeah, it's breaking up a lot now.
Yeah, you're
It's
impossible to understand. I'm afraid.
Is it still bad?
It's okay now, but it seems to it's breaking up again. It comes and
cuts in
goes.
and out.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'll ditch this one out. I've tried what I can. I'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah. Everyone
Okay.
tells
Yeah.
okay, team. Everyone tell him to fuck off now.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck you.
Back off.
There we go. Everyone comes for the war.
Okay, but we skipped around a bit here.
Yeah.
I had my notes written up chronologically, so
Same here.
we did the lab thing. There was one thing I noticed in the lab scene later on when it starts spreading. They go into the level 4 lab, and there's like they go in through a door, and then they go through an area, and then they go into the place where they put on the suits.
Mhm.
Okay. They pass people wearing protective suits in that part between the outer door and
Yeah, but those people
the airlock.
presumably have gone through. Yeah, that's actually. Yeah, I mean, they would have been gone through decontamination, but yeah. you would generally like have one place where you like
they would
you
take
go
off
in
those
and
suits.
change in and out of the suit,
Yeah,
and the suit stays there.
yeah. That was something I noticed. That it just what?
And there was
And
one thing.
there's some other things like that goes through the movie as well. They even does something in the background.
Yeah, this one isn't. It was in the background. They don't like interact with those guys in suits or something. They just walk past. You can see them in the background.
Like, for example, when they first arrive at Cedar Creek and they're wearing those suits, they go through the isolation ward wearing the suit, and you can see one doctor in the background, and he's got the mask and the eye protection, and then immediately next is another doctor, and she's got the mask but no eye protection.
Yeah.
So like, there's different levels. I would claim sexism there, but like they should all be wearing the face shields. For that sort of stuff, for that kind of infectious disease. So they're both wrong, but one's wearing more protection than the other. And then when he comes out, from what I remember in my notes here, I think I just wrote down, stop fucking shaking hands, is he starts shaking hands with some of the for the current, I can't remember who he shakes hands with, but he does shake hands with somebody after going to an isolation ward of a fucking dangerous disease wearing protective gear. Like, I would get yelled at if I started shaking hands wearing a glove. God only knows what that's been, and that's just been in chemistry.
Yeah.
I was going to say one thing that was, so it just kind of struck me. There's that scene where they finally identify the virus, and then they say, "Oh, we live for this, a brand new virus." Like, they're speaking about. Surely there's like loads of new viruses discovered all the time.
Yeah, it's like it's not as big of like it's not a once in a lifetime discovery like they're making it out to be.
Yeah, like they're like, wow, a brand new virus. Whoa! I thought those new viruses just practically happening all the time because they're life forms at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I think it was more. This is more like this is a brand new pandemic level
potential,
plague. But the pandemic potential plague. But
which is dubious considering how fast it kills.
Yeah, that was another thing I made a note of. This thing would not be able to spread very far.
No. It has an incubation time of basically a day.
Yeah.
And it kills it renders it impossible for you to travel like within the next day, basically.
Yeah. And I'm going to jump back like to what you guys said last week about Corona, how there's no way this is engineered. And it says like, surely like the Dustin Hoffman team, they would have picked up on this. This has been designed, this virus. It's a bioweapon. They would have been able to spot that. Do you think? Or am I...
Well, I think it's the fact that we've pretty much ruled out a bioweapon due to the fact you have a genetic sequence. Now, they allude to it in the script that they could get the genomic sequence in a matter of months. So they're in the process of sequencing it.
Okay.
Nowadays, we can get a genetic sequence done in days. That's how far the technology is coming, next-gen sequencing. Like the Oxford Nanopore, I think actually I attended a seminar yesterday, on about using that to genetically sequence coronavirus. And it's very quick, and it's a fantastic bit of kit. But this is taken in mind. This is 25 years? Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck. That's a blow to the to the soul. 25 years. Yeah. So its genetic sequences come a lot more from Sanger to what we have now.
Well, what I will say is that, like, to me it wasn't clear. I don't think the virus wasn't designed as a bioweapon. I think the U.S. just picked it up and the army decided, hey, this could be used as a bioweapon.
Yeah, that's the impression I got as well.
Yeah.
Okay. It was something they caught in that mercenary camp. They found it there. They extracted it and intended to develop it for use as a bioweapon. Yeah, but that's, of course, a stupid idea.
Especially one which is highly contagious.
Yeah. Isn't the point of a bioweapon to be something that you introduce to maybe the water supply, but that doesn't then pass from person to person?
Yeah, you generally the same way you don't want a bomb that keeps going off in explosions that you can't control.
Right.
You don't want a virus like a bioweapon that spreads around in an uncontrollable way. Generally, the few bioweapons that are actually feasible are stuff like anthrax, because you're not gonna catch you don't catch anthrax from other people. You catch it from the bacterium.
Yeah.
So that's why back about 2001. That's why the US was attacked with anthrax spores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's only deadly to the people who are in contact with the spores.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kitch, did you notice? You probably noticed this too. When they show when he shows how deadly the virus is, he has the electron microscopy of the kidney cells.
Oh, yeah, that was a light microscopy.
I'm not sure what it was, but it was the same picture over and over again. So it's the same. He somehow, because there was an electron microscope on the desk they were at, the workplace they're at, but you can't take electron microscopy of living tissue. It dies in the process. But it's the same picture where you can see the progression. Those would be separate samples.
I always that's why I thought it was a light microscopy experiment.
Yeah, but there's an electron microscope on the table, and he's able to zoom in on the virus.
And the reason
question,
what
from the guy who isn't looking at cells and viruses in microscopes, do these things look believable? Especially the virus. I mean,
that's literally a picture of Ebola. It's literally just an electron microscopic picture of Ebola.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it looks fairly believable. It looks fairly believable. Now, one thing where
that viruses look like these little balls, or
they come in a lot of different shapes and sizes.
Okay.
If you really want to blow your mind, check out P4 bacteriophage.
Yeah,
they literally look like alien spacecraft. They're so cool,
and they kind of also work like them. They land and have a landing gear, and then inject the genetic material into the bacterium.
It's just probably from recently, the pictures we've seen of coronavirus, I think, and HIV looks quite similar, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah, it's circular. It's a ovoid as well.
So I've always thought they're these wee balls, like spores.
The viruses come in various shapes and sizes.
Yeah,
the biggest one is
the
mimivirus.
Worm-looking things were bacteria.
Well, there are worm-like bacteria, like spirochetes.
Yeah, the colloidal ones, but there's loads of different ones. There's spherical ones. What's you call them? The cockeye ones. The oval ones are kind of like
Bacillus.
Yeah, bacillus.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
That's.
And then you have the weird corkscrew shaped ones that swim literally by like rotating, so they're like a screw going through water.
Spirochetes, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Well, they like. Do they resemble flagellums? Those ones, or something?
I think sort of, but it's more like they resemble like pasta screws, kind of.
Yeah.
But like a pasta screw with only one helix.
Okay.
But no, speaking of electron microscope, so they're apparent like when the mutation happens and they look at the
I know where you're going.
Yeah, they have the picture of the old virus.
Yeah.
And then they have the picture of the new virus, which is the same picture, slightly photoshopped. But but the new virus, they zoom in and they can see little spikes on its surface, and they conclude that those must be new I'm not sure if they mean that it's new
proteins, new protein structures. The protein structure has changed, which you can't tell that. That's just an image. That could be an imaging artifact. You can't conclude that from one image. You need biochemistry and molecular biology to tell that.
The virus looks like it's these two different ones. Like it's obviously the same image that has been photoshopped, like you said, but they're coiled identically. Would a virus? I mean, that coil shape at one end, would a virus be like stuck in that shape so that every virus of that type or species, whatever the correct term is, looks that same, or is it just that it's in?
There is some truth to it. If you look up actual like pictures of the Ebola virus, it does have that shape, but it varies. Like it's not the exact same. It's only the exact same because it's photoshopped.
Yeah.
But like they do have a tendency to have a coil at one end and then a long. That is the tendency of them. Look like, but they are like flexible, long protein tubes.
Yeah.
What? But yeah, no. You're not gonna determine that it has a change to surface structure based on an electron microscopy. That's not how that works.
Yeah, that could, like, if that was an Neil lab, I'd be like, oh, look, the protein structure changed. Like, no, you fucking idiot. That's just two different images, two different image artifacts or quality of image. That won't be enough.
Also, even if you could, you've no way of actually verifying that is the cause of the increased infectiousness. Like it's not like there's only one mutation. Like they're implying that one mutation happened, and that's the only mutation that happened, and that's the only that we don't have to like look for any other possible explanation.
Yeah, you need what? But your bioinformatics, your genetic sequencing for that, and as the film says, that's not out for months because of the fact that they're limited by the tech of the time.
Yeah, and I've got to ask: can a virus go airborne so quickly, like from being a non-airborne to an airborne?
Because it seems to never heard of. Not that I know.
Like,
well, does it? I don't think it doesn't go truly airborne. I think it's still implied that it's droplet spread. Like, because we see little droplets, which
it just seems to be a matter of hours. They're kind of saying, "Oh, it's fine," and then Dustin Hoffman looks up at the
air vent,
ceiling, and then suddenly it's airborne now.
Yeah, but the one thing I have to question at the start of the film, when he goes to the camp, actually, two things I want to go back to the second thing in a later time, but just bank that for later. He says, how does he know it's not airborne? A village tribe told him. A village tribal leader tells him, or who tells him at the start that it wasn't airborne? Because it's just some random guy. I don't know if he was the leader of the village or if he was just a local doctor, or I don't know.
I have a feeling he came in from, he's not a member of the village, but came in from the outside when shit started going bad. That was my impression.
Yeah, but how can he tell it's not airborne at that stage when everybody has it?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming he's basing it on the fact that he hasn't gotten it himself.
Yeah. But then again, you're basing it on the sample of one, and there could be some innate immunity there to the virus. Again, possibly, I don't know, but I wouldn't make such a conclusive statement on one person not getting the virus.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not an infectious disease expert, so. But
my best guess as to if we're gonna say that there's a mutation happens in the virus that makes it be able to be airborne. My best guess would that it's able to survive outside of the body for slightly longer, so that any bodily fluids, like you cough, so any bodily and the droplets travel, and that's it's still technically being transmitted via bodily fluid. It's just that it's able to survive longer outside in bodily fluids outside of the body. That's if I'm gonna be generous, that's my best guess, which is
sorry, just to even further add on, where they find out that it's airborne, you go up to the ceiling vent and you just see, this room has been connected to this room by the vents, but how many other people are connected to that vent as well? Shouldn't they all be getting sick?
Also, I'm pretty sure hospital, maybe this hospital is just run down, but isn't hospitals, I think they generally have, you don't circulate the air from one room into the next like that.
Especially with... Exactly. I know that the hospital here in my hometown, they have a specific ward for infectious stuff. And I assume that's standard. And obviously, they don't say, oh, okay, well, it doesn't look like this is airborne. You can be in the regular wing. You have something extremely infectious, you go to the secure part.
Well, I guess it's also because that the hospital is completely overwhelmed, so they might not have room for.
Well, yeah,
but at least in that case, I would maybe turn off the ventilation.
It just seems like it's more for plot convenience.
Yeah.
Or be run like that. That's the impression I get anyway. At some point.
Or you would do what they cut.
They would try
to do what they're currently doing right now and discharge non-critical patients.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually on that as well, on the testing, they bring people into a testing center, and as this disease is fairly early symptoms are fairly synonymous with the flu. So if you don't have it going in, you're definitely going to have it when you're coming out of the testing center. Now, this is 1995. Maybe it's a different story for what we have now, but now we're getting people to come into in their cars, or they're testing them at their homes. The test center is crowded. One person's going to infect everybody there based on what we see in the film.
Yeah.
That was a really stupid move. And I'm not too sure if that was just a kind of a commentary on the disease experts at the time, or
I think the logic
just a fuck up.
I think the logic is that we're only gonna be testing the people who already have symptoms, but then why test if you're so sure they already have it?
Yeah. And actually, on the test, you see Kevin Spacey. He's looking at it by looking under a light microscope, which is you're not gonna. What are you looking at? You're not gonna see a virus. The classic.
Also, he's looking through a light microscope in the suit, so his eyes are his eyes is gonna be 15 centimeters away from the microscope, he's not gonna see jack shit. It's literally just gonna be two small pricks of light.
Could it? Okay, setting that one. That's a good point. But setting that aside, could it be like, if we're going to be generous, that he's not trying to see the virus, he's trying to see like maybe what the virus is doing to the cells, like the blood cells or something like this. So he's more like looking for indirect evidence. Could that be it?
I mean, I guess if they have they would need some kind of a stain. Like if they have some kind of testing stain, I don't know, some kind of antibody against it, then maybe.
But the gold standard here for...
Suppose there's a typical, like a characteristic type of damage that the virus does to cells that you don't see from something else. Like they did look at those cells.
Those were just like standard necrotic cells.
Yeah, okay.
Like that's just how cells die when it's not controlled.
Yeah. Those are kidney cells as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure. Like a test would usually be. Now I don't know how they did the test. They just kind of bring somebody in. I don't see. I can't remember how they did the sample.
Because movie, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but usually the gold standard for detecting a virus is always by its genetic material. So that will either be PCR or TPCR. Or TPCR if the genetic material is RNA, or T stands for reverse transcription. So that particular assay, the reverse transcription enzyme derived from actually HIV actually has the same enzyme. It transcribes RNA to DNA, which is more stable.
So easier to work with.
Yeah, easier to work with. So then we can just do the PCR on the DNA. And PCR is just amplifying DNA.
Yeah, and then it's just we have a little bit of DNA. We want more, so we can test it. We do this thing where we heat it up and down with some enzymes.
So essentially, you don't do it by looking at a sample. There's something that's going to be run through a machine, and the computer is going to tell you.
Yeah, and then you like if the virus, because you put in something called primers, which are specific. Like they basically to get the DNA replications like started, and they're specific to a specific piece of DNA, which means
you design them right.
Yeah,
that's a whole different issue.
Well, assuming we have primers that work, so you would basically just look is like, do we see an amplification of DNA in these samples? And if we do, well, that means that the DNA of or translated from RNA, if it's an RNA virus, is present, and that's how you test it.
Yeah, and we can also do another. There's another step that we can put in labeled primers, and that's called qRT-PCR. So what happens there is that as the DNA is amplified, I thought ahead. I brought pen and paper. So as the DNA is amplified. So let's just say this is your signal X over time, or signal Y actually, since it's a Y graph. You start to see something like this.
We can't see it. It's out of the. It's a...
Can you see there?
Yeah.
No,
that's not
very
good.
Poorly.
Yeah, I can't do hand labeled graphs. It's not that great anyway. But as you can see over time, there's you get a generation of signal, and then you can use that. When you can start to see that signal, you can determine using some maths how much viral load is there. There's a lot that goes into that, but it's basically called quantitative PCR. Quantitative, obviously, because you're basically quantifying how much DNA or genetic material is there, and that's how you get an idea of viral load. So that's something that's coming. That's going to be interesting in the next few months. The research of coronaviruses. How does the viral load correlate with symptoms? And viral dose or infectious dose? How much virus do you need to get sick? I'm just gonna stop there because I'll probably go way off on a tangent on PCR, because that's something I've been working on the last week. I've been working on a proposal for. So Yeah, and that's
Well,
also part of the reason why.
Speaking of testing, you also have the ELISA test.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. No, that particular scene, you see, basically, they get. I assume it's the serum from the monkey. So, what's the best way to describe this test? So, an ELISA test is what's known as an enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay. Or something to that effect.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so everybody knows it.
We don't need that. We don't need to explain that. Every idiot knows what that means.
So basically, in this, what's known, so that's why it's abbreviated to ELISA. So ELISA, in an ELISA assay, you are detecting the presence of a protein, of a certain protein. Now, usually we're looking at, for specific virus infections, we're looking for the presence of an antibody. So the way we do that is that we coat the surface of a plate with the viral antigen. That's basically what causes the immune response and what the immune response is reacting to. And then we add in the serum of an infected person, of a theoretically infected person. The antibodies bind specifically to that antigen. So they're bound there. That bond is strong. So once you take off the serum and wash, those antibodies are still stuck to the surface of the plate. And then you come along with another antibody that binds to the other end of the antibody, because that antibody's protein structure is conserved. So that means that across that species, they're all going to have the same kind of conserved region at the top of the antibody with another antibody. And that antibody has an enzyme linked to the end of it. So then you add in and it's usually horseradish peroxidase.
Yeah.
And then you add in a detection reagent. So basically it's just a substrate for which the enzyme will react with, and that generates a color. And then based on a standard curve, we can determine how much antibody is present or not present at all. So in the film, we see, and this is really poor assay design, but we only see one well-turned color. So we don't even see the standard curve at all.
So the test isn't calibrated.
Yeah, test isn't calibrated, which, okay, it's not quantitative. You're not even getting an idea about background. But then we see the test turned color one sample, and from that one sample, he's able to determine two completely contradictory things. He's able to determine that, one, the monkey wasn't infected with the African strain of the Motempa virus, and two, the virus isn't producing antibodies to the virus. Now, based on what I said just before, those two things cannot be true, because the ELISA test works on determining infection by your production of the antibody to the virus. So if you can't detect the antibody, if the monkey isn't producing the antibody, you cannot tell if the monkey is infected based on this test, because if you don't have the antibody, you don't have the signal. We see clearly that a signal is generated. So therefore, it's the exact opposite. The monkey was infected with the African strain, and the monkey is producing the antibodies. Actually, I just realized in the movie they say that the monkey was infected by the African strain and was not producing the antibodies. But he was infected, but the monkey is producing the antibodies.
And they're able to.
Which monkey are we talking about? We're talking about
the recent attack.
Yeah,
the non-fancy looking monkey, the monkey monkey.
Yeah.
The representative monkey from Africa.
The platonic monkey.
Okay. Going back to my notes here, they say at some point that the virus kills everything. Presumably that's a slight exaggeration, but the lab was full of dead animals, they say. So my question here is, if the virus kills everything, how is that damn monkey still alive?
Oh,
and not even
the rhesus
symptomatic.
macaque monkey.
No, the monkey that's fine. The capuchin. I mean, how
it's
did it
plot
become
convenience.
immune? Yeah, plot convenience. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not unreasonable. Zoonotic diseases, which are diseases we catch from animals,
that you have the animal who is immune to it, but it carries it.
That is an actual thing.
But they say it kills everything. The lab is full of dead animals.
Yeah.
So what is it? Specific individuals who are just have this genetic abnormality, like some people are immune to bubonic plague, for example.
Yeah, I mean there could be a thing.
But the movie specifically states, as far as I remember now, I didn't get to the end before it, but they used the monkey to create a plasma treatment based on the antibodies. So therefore, the monkey had to have had its immune system activated by the virus in order to survive.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing the one thing I can say to maybe give this movie a bit of credit is that they say that the everything they tested kills everything, but there's one particular strain or class or whatever, a monkey is immune. Species. I wasn't too sure if it's species or this one particular species of monkey is
the strain of human.
The strain of human. Oh god, this is what happens when you go 5-6 hours sleep.
Racists, I'm giving you that one for free.
Yeah, I was about to say
strain.
But yeah, no, that's the only thing I could think of, because
I'm gonna get banned for that one.
The ban hammer is coming.
Well, I mean, it is already a super monkey, because they're able to produce hundreds of liters of their new treatment based on this one monkey.
That's the next thing. I mean, we're skipping ahead like a son of a bitch here. But that is something I just don't get. Developing a serum like this. First of all, okay. Question one, and this is something I don't understand. How can there be a serum to treat a viral infection? Because when I get a viral infection, I am told there's nothing that can be done. Go home and rest. There are no drugs for viruses. Well, or is that like
it's what? As far as I know, for COVID-19, there is an idea or suggestions that of taking the blood of patients that have been infected, isolating the serum or plasma, and then using that as treatment, because the basis behind that is that when you are infected and recovered, you're producing antibodies to the virus, and that's how you're immune. That's how your immune system fights against it.
Be extracted and be used.
Yes, and that's what they do with Betsy.
Yeah, okay. But for common viruses like the cold or the flu, usually, well, again, there's also because not everybody gets the same one, and
they mutate so much.
Yeah,
because
and then
I was kind of surprised
it may
by
not
that.
be cost effective just for something you probably get over in a couple of days anyway.
Because I was really surprised by that, because I actually got chickenpox very late. I was in my early 30s. Hint: get it early.
Okay. I haven't got it yet either. So.
Well, I've had it twice.
No plans.
Okay. No,
I've somehow had it twice.
They gave me something antiviral.
Yes.
That I was supposed to take, and then say like, we don't give this to kids who get it because they get over it so easily, but for adults, like, we need to do something to how the virus replicates or something like that. And I was like, you can do that?
Yeah. There are treatments that you can give that interfere with how the virus reproduces, or it contains antibodies that will trap the virus and help your immune system. Mm-hmm. It's just that they're not as effective, because by their very nature, you kind of sort of like, you can't attack the virus directly because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't have any any processes going on. So you
It's
kind of
only
have it
reactive when it's in you, when it's in your
yeah.
cell.
So you have to attack. You have to use something that attack your the virus, but leave your cells unharmed.
That's why they have side effects as well, or some of these drugs have side effects. Like what's the one that treats HIV?
It's some nucleotide replacement thing where you put in something that looks like a nucleotide but isn't, so it fucks.
Okay. Well, okay. Question 2, very closely related. Suppose you have the monkey, you have the antibodies, and you have the old serum that worked against the one from the 1960s. You have all that.
Mm-hmm.
First, you need to make those antibodies work for humans. Is that...
Well, I mean, the antibody would work. It would bind to the virus no matter what.
Okay, so it's not like it's going to be rejected by a human.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. There is an actual risk that putting monkey antibodies into a human wouldn't be a good idea.
Right. So that's problem number 1. And then just developing the serum. I mean, it cannot simply be a simple case of here's the antibody, go make some, okay, I'll be right back, go into the lab, an hour later you come out. Here's 1,000 liters of it. Okay, come back in 6 months.
I think what's implied is that because he tells them to use the previous serum, the previous treatment as a roadmap. So what he's likely done is that probably contained antibodies against the original strain, the African strain. So he's all he's done is just replace those antibodies with like he's made a version where instead of the old antibodies, it's the new ones, which would speed things up a bit.
Yeah, but it would, and I get it. It would be completely awesome if you had the Star Trek technology where you could just, okay, computer, identify this DNA sequence or what have you, this chemical sequence, extract that, beam this one in instead. Done.
Yeah.
I mean, that works great in Star Trek. But in reality, wouldn't it take, I don't know, time?
It would take some time, and you also need a big production facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, because because antibodies you get notoriously low concentrations from a cell line.
Like getting 4 grams per liter is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's at industrial scale, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the best we can do on industrial scales is about like 4 grams per liter.
And that's, again, this is industrial scales, thousands of liters.
Yeah, which has been
worth
optimized.
Of equipment. Yeah.
So how in the movie they do that within hours, it seems.
They have hundreds of liters within hours, from a monkey.
And how long? I mean, can you give some kind of estimate as to how long that would take? Unlimited resources. How long would it take?
Assuming every company, still probably a month.
Yeah,
not even a month. That's a low, like a very low
month, and maybe a month to like get things set up and start getting the first, like things out. You can start like testing.
And that's there's no scale up issues. No optimization done. Right. This is just getting the cells, putting them into cell culture, growing them up, making this master cell banks or working cell banks, and then quality control criteria.
It's limited only by what technology is available today. We're still looking at months.
And to be honest, I really think I'm really giving a very small estimate. I think it could be even more than
that. And that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
When I saw the movie, I mean,
that town doesn't exist anymore.
No,
that town is
of it had the pacing of how they treat diseases in Star Trek.
Yeah,
which works great, and it's perfectly consistent with the technology that they show that they have in Star Trek. But this is set in 1995. Kind of
pretty much. Yeah.
And that brings up like the points myself and Michael were talking about at the end. even if you did recover from this disease in the way they showed with the serum, given the damage they said it would cause earlier, you'd still have major problems for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
wouldn't just be
liver
Liquefied-
damage, kidney
liq-
damage, brain damage.
Liquefied organs will tend to kill you even if the virus goes away.
Yeah, so it's only gonna save people in the early stages.
Yeah.
Everyone in the late stage, probably gone. Like,
Unless,
basically,
And
Rene
then
Russo. Well, I think Rene Russo had a case of plot convenience virus. The spread kind of worked on her, whereas like everyone else just seemed to die instantly.
It was the same thing with the monk, the rhesus monkey.
Yeah.
It was the same thing with that one. It just within hours at most of getting the serum, it was fine.
And then you have his character. Sorry, I've forgotten his name. He's Major Salt. Actually, I think his character name. He didn't like. He was saying, like when he's drawing attention to the monkey's being alive. He's like, that monkey should be dead. I'm like, how do you not notice a live monkey? Like,
yeah, if you're expecting it to be dead, sure you were checking on it every now and again.
It's like, oh, that monkey should be dead, and it's like that should be the first thing you notice. Like, who misses a live monkey? Honestly. But yeah, actually, just on Major Salt, actually, I think the scene he's actually introduced in is really good because he's come across as, I'm book smart. I kind of see this, and I hear junior doctors hearing this a lot as well.
Cuba Gooding Jr., right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's come across as, I'm books, he knows everything. He's come across, and I see him even see PhD students originally like, I've done a degree, I know all this, I know it, I know it. And even I've heard with junior doctors and stuff, medical staff, they know the disease, but they have never really seen it or seen the effects. And then when they go in and they see this kind of stuff, they don't actually have an idea about the reality, and you can kind of see how he freaks out. So like, it's an idea between learning about how to work in the field and actually what it's like to work in the field. And I think that's kind of like a little neat touch that he just kind of loses it. And I think that would be the same for any of us here, really, when we go and see that kind of devastation.
And I love what Dustin Hoffman says about it. Like when he said that he was afraid. I wouldn't want anyone working with me who isn't afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're not afraid, or at least not cautious, you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah, and you have no understanding of the shit they're dealing with. It's scary shit.
Yeah, if you have some sort of level of respect or fear of this virus, you're going to treat it with, you're going to treat it as such, and you're going to be more dedicated to eradicating it. Now, that doesn't mean to be absolute panic stricken by it. There's a right level of caution.
I feel like Casey could probably stand to be a little more afraid, considering he fucking froze.
Yeah.
Even I know he froze. Like, sure, you're attempting to throw the one that's empty. You still don't fucking throw things in a fucking biosafety safety 4 lab.
Yeah,
like what a fucking asshole.
Yeah, like why would you do that to somebody? That's a dick move. There's another dick, by the way. There's a load of dicks in this movie. Morgan Freeman was a dick for a while. Kevin Spacey was a dick. That's a phrase that'll be used later. And what's his name? Plays the major bad guy, Major Dick.
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland. Yeah. Is that any relation to
his character is just fucking psychotic.
Yeah, he's a dick though. He's the obvious bad guy.
Well, he's just movie bad guy.
Yeah.
Cartoon villain almost. After you get an injection, how long would it take you to heal? I was kind of thinking at that. I mean, it would take a while. You don't get
take days.
Well, that's assuming you fully recover.
Yeah.
Just
because
can I get one thing, Marty? You sound really distant right now, like you're on the other side of the room suddenly. I don't know.
Like actually, like in terms of physically distant, not emotionally
there we
distant.
go. My lapel mic fell off.
That's it.
There we go.
Carry on, Hitch.
Yeah, days. Like even antibiotic treatments can take days. Now, again, they're not the same thing, but obviously, but like you won't get one shot and be happy by morning. It's a long recovery process.
Yeah.
For infectious disease, especially if a high viral burden.
Yeah, and like assuming, you got rid of all the viruses, all the virus in you. Yeah, you still have fucking liquidized, partial liquid organs. Like
there's a recovery time. Also, obviously liquefied organs and all that, but there's a recovery time to all the infectious diseases like the cold and the flu. After your body is done fighting the disease, your body is literally a war zone. So it's going to take time to heal up that damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're still going to be having symptoms during that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can.
Because I have this, what's really typical for me when I get a cold is I sort of go through it feels like I'm going through different stages. Like first it's the nose, then it's the throat. And then I start feeling better. I mean, I feel fine with one exception, and that is I have a horrible cough. And at this stage, like I lose my voice almost. And that just goes on, and I'm getting the impression that like I'm not actually sick anymore. It's more like
there's the cleanup. The cleanup crew is doing their work.
Yes,
healing up dead tissue, necrotic tissue, and
getting the debris out of there.
Right.
And then. And ramping down the immune response as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the movie.
Let me go to my reliable notes. Oh yeah, the divorced couple, Sam and Bobby. The one thing I have here is like it's like the couple from Jurassic Park 3, only better acted. Because they seem like, we hate each other, we're divorcing. It's like you're going to get. Even before I even seen this film, it's like you're going to get back together by the end of it. It's just what's with the 90s and that kind of
very cliche.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was with the 90s and that cliche.
Yeah, you're right. We don't see that one much anymore.
Well, I think it's because it's been played out.
Yeah, but I kind of. There are movies where there has to be some sort of romantic side plot, and it makes sense because it's such an important part in so many people's lives, and I get that. But in some movies, it feels like they're adding a romantic side plot just because it's a movie. We have to have one.
Yeah.
I think
that really annoys me because they could have just cut that out and have them be just colleagues.
Yeah,
they could have, but
again, I think something Contagion did a lot better. It was just I don't think there was any romantic plot apart from Gwyneth Paltrow, but she was dead.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, that started, and there was already a romantic plot before the epidemic started.
Yeah. But there's a good question. What happened to Renee Russo after the 90s? She vanished off the face of the earth. And she was a huge star in the 90s, and then
that's a good point.
Suddenly, she's just disappeared off the face of the earth now.
The next thing we see her was in Thor.
Is it?
Yeah, she was in
Thor's mother.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's Frigga.
Well, like she was in. She was in loads of films in the 90s.
I'm guessing it's that horrible thing I'm not supposed to mention because SJWs. But when a woman reaches a certain age, she can't play the love interest anymore. Then the type of role she can play, like what's she gonna play?
Yeah,
the wise old crone. No, she's not old enough for that. I mean, could it be something like that?
From looking at IMDb, she has actually had like a steady career all those years. She's put out stuff. Well, she's been in stuff,
but nothing.
But like she was a major star in the 90s. So remember, just turning up in nearly any and every film, and then just vanished off the face of the earth like that overnight.
I'm terrible at picking out names and faces, so let's give an old Google just to get an idea of her.
And sadly, this is just, and also speaking of the actors, this is another Cuba Gooding Jr. in a I'm too good for this shit kind of role.
Yeah.
Most infamously, Pearl Harbor was this. You could see it written on his face. I'm just too good to be here. I've got better stuff to be doing.
Why am I working for Michael Bay?
Yes.
Yeah. I think she was also in The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle in 2000, and then after that, maybe that's something to do with it as well, because she did 4 projects in between 2000 and 2011 where she was Thor. But no, she was in Thor. She wasn't Thor.
She was playing Frigga.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'll let her play Thor. She could carry that role.
So, any other thoughts on the film?
How
have you exhausted your notes now, Kitch?
Well, case for fatality rate is 100%, which mirrors rabies.
Yeah. Rabies is pretty much the only thing that does that.
I think there's only one case where a patient survived.
There's 3 now, and they all involve if effectively putting you into a medically induced coma where you didn't lower your body temperature, and the actual treatment doesn't have that. It's if you get lucky, this will work.
They set up what happened to Kevin Spacey, or they foreshadow it when Sam, Dustin Hoffman's character, has a tear in the suit before he goes into the lab. So, again, that's something he should have been probably doing anyway. Check the suit for tears. Again, I don't work. It's not something should be, again, probably he's overworked.
Oh, speaking of the suits, have you noticed that they keep talking in them to each other? In reality, because of the air constantly blowing into it, you're essentially inside a bouncy castle. You can't talk to people.
All right.
That's
so
not because all you have is wind.
At least. Yeah.
They also have they show contact tracing or some form of contact tracing early on in the film.
Yeah, that's how they track down Betsy.
Yeah, which is really good. Which is a good example.
Yeah.
We've gone through the glass breaking. I have here stage 3 response by the CDC. So stage 3, I think that was when they were setting, quarantining the. Actually, that's actually it. When they were quarantining Cedar Creek, you see when they were going into the hospital, everybody's just gathered outside and hassling the CDC workers. In reality, especially with something with 100% mortality, they would have been dispersed the fuck.
Yeah.
Away. Also, there's no way they'd be allowed to.
Who the fuck goes out and tries to get away or tries to run around in a city where there's something that if you get it, you're dead?
Yeah, if you just stay at home, don't be an idiot. It was probably more than likely contained. You don't need to petrol or firebomb the entire city. So
or shoot people who try to get away.
It's the US Army, so you never know.
The military is overly violent. I don't feel like they would.
Have you seen the US Army?
Yeah, but not their own.
What should they have done though when someone breaks out? I mean, they have to stop them. If they refuse to stop,
yeah.
I mean, okay, I get it. Shoot the tires. I get that, but I mean, some sort of violent response would have been necessary, wouldn't it? I mean, they had to stop them.
Yeah, but actively trying to kill them seems a bit.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. Again, I'm not in the military or wouldn't know how you would, but usually I would suspect just ramming the vehicle. But then again, that's also deadly. Not as deadly as blowing the thing up, but Yeah,
they shoot them with rockets, don't they?
They just machine gun the thing.
The car explodes anyway.
Yeah. I've already talked about the Eliza. One blows up. That's the vehicle. Contact tracing. I have it in the note saying, they just did Casey suit ripping for a scare, and then he actually gets sick. Donald Dick with his firebomb. It's about seizures. Donald is a dick again. I don't know why I keep on doing that. The brain damage.
And the brain damage.
And the brain damage. And then there's a bit after Robbie gets cut that she says, my ex-wife is dying. And I'm just like, it's not confirmed that she did she did the right thing when she did get cut.
Yes,
she went iodine that the fucking washed it. She probably cut it. Actually, one thing I would criticize her though, as soon as she washed it, she did a bit of wash. She took it out after what? I don't think it was 20 seconds, but usually if that's the case, I would keep that rinse for 20 minutes. Or not 20 minutes, but 10 minutes.
Yeah,
at least for a chemical. Yeah. Just make sure it's really, really thoroughly washed. But yeah, that's literally all of my notes on the story of the film. So I can't think of anything else.
No, I think we've covered it.
Yeah. We've covered my stuff too, pretty much.
Yep.
Does the audience have any?
There was one thing I can see here. They say that there's a 1900 curfew. What? Because viruses only spread at night?
Yes,
what?
the vampires.
Like Batman.
Wouldn't people have been confined to their houses?
Yes.
24 hours a day?
Well, I think that's just from when it started. Maybe. I don't know.
There's courting. I don't know. I think
I get the impression that you have to it's a permanent thing. You have to stay in your home, and when it starts from 1900 hours.
Get stack up and.
Yeah.
One thing though, they didn't show the power.
Basically.
Well, I think we do have Reds who's decided to join the call. If he's got anything to say it now.
Oh,
forever hold your peace.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, we're fine.
This is day something of quarantine, so I am hopelessly bored. Saw that you guys were alive, decided to stop by. So hi people. Hey Micro, long time no speak.
Hey.
And been staying away from people, been wiping my ass with my hands in the shower for the past few days, and it's been great.
So you were that bored you decided to watch Oz.
all I'm saying is that I'm looking for answers. Of all the things to hoard, why TP? Why?
You're in the wrong.
If there's one thing that people are afraid of, it's not being able to wipe themselves. I'm not kidding.
You see the diagram on the
locked in my house. Oh no, that means that I can't go out and get toilet paper. What if I run out?
How am I ever going to clean my butt in this room with a shower? Oh no. It's just weird. It's just absolutely weird. And so another thing that was really spiking in Florida is just the sheer amount of stupidity that has befallen onto my state with spring breakers still trying to show up until they had to close the beaches. And then you have people running around, I guess on a bet, licking doorknobs and toilet seats. And the people who are engaging in these activities are testing positive for coronavirus. And I'm it would be funny if it was just you that was getting screwed over by this, but now you have the potential to infect other people with this, and that's not funny.
No.
Yeah, but even still, that's when they were licking the doorknobs. They could have had it, and now they just infected the doorknob, and anyone now who touches that doorknob is now going to get infected.
Yeah, that's why they're saying don't touch because if you touch a doorknob that has this virus on it, wash your hands, you're good. it's when you like touch your face, touch your eyes, touch your nose, that kind of thing. That's when you start getting into trouble.
Yep. And it's fairly hard not to do. I'm sure if you look back, I know I've touched my face at least 2 or 3 times during this podcast alone, and I'm trying to stop myself, but it's just very hard. And it's mainly the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Again, I'm trying not to touch, but yeah, that area, that general T, it's the T zone. I think a T zone or T area, whatever. It's T.
Well, there was this video going around that was this guy had gloves on and showing, okay, how do you wash your hands? And so the people are going through the motions and just how much of the glove is not covered with ink. So how much area they're actually missing. And
people are terrible at washing their
even
hands.
if you wash your hands, that is no guarantee. So your best bet is to just avoid touching your face altogether. So you kind of have to pretend like you're an astronaut in space with this glass in front of your face and your nose itches and you just go, just ignore it.
Well, hold on. The astronauts have Velcro for that.
Oh yeah, that is true. They have
a piece of Velcro so they can scratch their nose.
That's smart.
That's cool.
I like that. Yeah. So instead, what I've been doing is I've been binge watching, a whole bunch of Netflix series. Vikings is really good. I highly recommend it. And also falling asleep to Marty Meir and his Why Do People Laugh at Spirit Science series.
You're welcome.
Speaking of which, I wonder how long it's going to be until Jordan says that there's some chakra or crystals or a special shape that like cures the virus or some crazy nonsense.
He has made a video about it. I haven't watched it yet.
So
I guess Why Do People Laugh at Spirit Science 33 is coming up.
There we go. 33. It's a very good number.
Is this after you get done with Jordan's creepy videos?
He already has.
I have another creepy one. He's going to talk about the time he was so unfairly accused of rape, which he confessed to in a recording that I have found. So
it's
the only problem is it's going to be one of those things that I will definitely not be getting monetized for.
Nope.
But it's probably worth it.
Well, I think it's worth it. Go for it.
That says a lot about him as a person.
Oh yeah,
definitely. I actually tried to get Jordan to come onto my channel to have a discussion because he doesn't really know who I am. So I thought I could pull a fast one on him. That did not work. It did not work.
So you can research when he wants to.
Yeah, go figure, right?
Weird.
It's amazing. It's like, oh yeah, I would love to have a conversation with.
You're one of those who loses logic and thinks.
Yeah,
resources.
Exactly.
Tell me about it.
You facts.
Damn you! All the facts.
The facts, Max. You can prove anything remotely true with facts.
He's a narcissist, sort of a megalomaniac type. So he needs to be in control of everything.
Yeah. It's a wonder him and Trump don't get on.
True, but when you have a conversation with him, and I've had a couple, if you don't say the things he expects you to say, he feels like he's not in control of the conversation, and then he gets pissed.
Yeah, I think you've shown us some of the screen grabs of the conversations. And we were like, "Whoa!"
We're talking about like exchanging pleasantries, and so for a while there, when he responded to my videos, and I responded to him. He actually got back to me on Facebook, and we talked a bit about this stuff. And it seemed like, okay, well, maybe we do have some common ground, and we did start. I felt like, wow, I'm making progress here. And then all of a sudden he was like, oh, well, I guess you don't really have anything real you want to talk about, so fuck off. And I'm like, what did I say? What? And it was just, it was almost like, okay, I look through what has been said, and it's like I wasn't following his script. He needs to be in control of everything.
It's kind of like Psi 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yes, I 10.
Just with more.
The
Preceptor
guy. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Preceptor.
I haven't heard about him in a long time either.
No, Matt Dillon just fucked him up. I loved his pre-prepared rebuttal.
That was was
just
gold.
And it ended with, I don't think anyone should give this guy any more attention, or something like that.
Yeah,
and that's spot on.
As to the question, if we can know anything, the only demonstration I can give is that I wrote this rebuttal ahead of time.
Yeah.
It was great. It was absolutely great. No, I was going to try to find a polite way to ask Jordan, where do you get this shit from? How do you come up with this nonsense?
From here.
Well, a lot of his nonsense he doesn't come up with. A lot of it comes from Nassim Haramein, Drugel, Melchizedek, and stuff. Those kind of
Deepak Chopra and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he's ripping off other more successful bullshit artists.
I mean, that's fine.
And he can't keep them apart.
No.
Active Advocate, yes, he did talk directly to me. And he's polite as long as things go the way he wants them to.
Yeah.
And then he becomes very impolite.
It would just be nice to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. So if I ask him, like, how do you come up with this nonsense? I would very much like to hear how he would respond to that question. Because I imagine that just that one question alone will lead to a 2-hour show.
But the thing
I don't think it would. I think it would. I think it would be a simple case of, well, it just feels true.
Oh.
Yeah, I think, and if he's one of these guys in public, he would put on a different face for it, because he's got followers too. He's got his followers to keep in mind all the time.
The fact he has followers is just, well, then again, Jeranism has followers, Glowbusters have followers, so I guess I can't really be all that surprised.
Well, he is a very decent animator.
People need to be told what to believe, so when they find someone who says that they should believe something that sounds cool, they'll follow him.
I've got to ask, Marty, is the hate mail from Jordan fans still the same?
I haven't checked the video that Jordan linked them to in a very long time, but it might be fun to do so.
But it all just followed the same format. You are a negative person, full of hate. Learn to be peaceful. Hope you die of cancer. Bye.
Yeah,
you're a negative person, unlike me, who was very positive all the time, which is why you're an idiot.
And then it says, hope you fucking die of cancer, asshole. Bye.
I hope you fucking die of cancer. Peace and love. Namaste.
Yeah.
Wow. What chakra does that come from?
The brown one.
Oh, okay.
So,
I mean, you're not wrong.
I just want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Okay, so I stand corrected. It may not lead to a 2-hour conversation. It'll lead to a 2-hour conversation after that conversation with everyone else going, what the hell was that garbage?
Yeah.
You're not going to get it from the horse's mouth. You're going to get it from the horse's rear.
Yeah.
This is exactly how I want to spend my quarantine. This is great. I love it. Just been staying away.
Okay, Cal is getting Plague Inc. set up.
Yes.
Yep, it is.
I'll be back in just a quick sec. Just have to get a drink.
But this one we need you. Oh,
I'm going to get a drink too.
Everyone's going for a drink now.
Everyone's going for a drink.
I need to, back. After all this talk, the negative talk of our microbes, I need to get something they actually,
I guess
the good they produce.
I guess I could run.
No. Microblog, I need you to stay. We have a lot to catch up on.
No, we don't.
So, how's it going, Micro? How's my favorite Jello?
Okay.
It's going good. Going good. You think about showing up to my live streams ever again?
Well, if I did, and but half the time they're in the middle of the night.
And your point is
that it's the middle of the night and I'm not awake.
That doesn't sound like a legit excuse.
It is.
After all we've been through.
We haven't been through anything.
Remember that one time at that one place with that one guy? I helped you out there. You owe me for
No,
that.
you didn't. That's not a thing that has happened.
I think it is a thing. I think you've just forgotten.
Yeah.
Because
then I don't remember, and I'm not just going to take your word for it.
You should. I'm from Florida. You can always trust someone who's from Florida.
No, that's lit.
Trolling with logic, back me up here.
Yeah, I heard one of them was going to go in dry, Micro. You've got a lot to thank Red for. That's cool. That's shut him up now.
Yeah, I did.
I know, because if I keep talking, you're gonna keep doing it. So the best course of action is to not respond.
That's funny.
Well, where's Chitch?
Well, it looks like we can only use. It looks like the
other one.
Bacteria is the only one that's open, and then we have the two that are like movie tie-ins.
Yeah, so
what are the rest of them? I've never played this.
So
what are the rest of them?
You got virus,
brain parasite. Okay. That one's really fun because it means you can end up. One of the win conditions with that one is that you don't kill the whole world. You just make everyone worship you.
Yeah. The prion, that's cool.
Yeah,
but these are all locked at the moment.
But which one? I know prions are real, but
yes.
which ones are? Some of these are made up.
Yeah, well, Norax worm is made up.
Yeah.
Necro. Yeah, that's like a zombie virus.
And nanovirus. What?
I think that
heard a nanovirus.
Kill switch. Okay, so that's like some engineering.
That's like nanotechnology gone.
Yeah.
And then bioweapon.
Actually, there is a nanovirus.
Yeah, but that's not what they mean by this.
Yeah. No, it's plants that they infect.
Yeah.
So we've only got bacteria is the only one we've got.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
yes.
You're in my world now. Oh fuck! That means I can only disappoint.
Yes, you got no. So
well, I found Guinness, so I'm happy.
Yeah, we're in.
I will pickle my liver, Active Advocate. I've got popcorn right here. We started talking about Jordan, so I needed some.
I can't say
on that.
This is completely different than the one I played. I played the one on mobile.
Yeah. All the genes are still locked because it's
just in case you don't know what a mobile looks like.
Oh wow!
I can always picture
it's a rectangle.
I can always picture Marty going, "Oh come on, Jordan isn't that bad," and him replying, "I made 30 plus videos about him. He is that bad."
So difficulty: casual, normal, brutal, mega brutal.
So casual, no one washes their hands.
Research
doctors, come on.
No, go to mega brutal.
Sick people are given hugs.
I feel like the normal one isn't actually normal. Like
no,
for
sick people are ignored. So
doctors work 3 days a week.
Sick people ignored. So like the States, only doctors don't work as hard.
Oh, come on. There should be one between normal and brutal.
There should be one that's like real life.
Yeah. No, but go brutal then.
Go mega brutal.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that's metal. Metal.
What's the vote?
I would say normal, so we actually have a chance. But okay.
Yeah, do that. It seems a little too easy. But
Cause
go with it.
Let's see how we get on with normal anyway, because this is
because
it's our first time.
Ketch's entire career is on the line with this game now. No pressure.
Go Mega Brutal then.
Oh, come on. Where's your Viking spirit?
We need a name. We need it. Reds, you're the guest here, so you get to name our plague.
Oh God. Put me on the spot here.
All right, we got a name.
Okay. Let's go with Jesus Finger.
Okay.
That's an interesting name.
It is. Well, you put me on the spot. What do you want me to do?
Come up with something better.
All right. And where are we going to start?
You're not wrong.
Okay. Are we strategic here? Because if we're strategic, it's either Greenland or Madagascar. Because those two countries almost always lock down first and are completely impossible to get into. So you end up having killed the whole world except Madagascar.
Like if I want to, if I were to recommend a strategy, I think we should evolve a disease that spreads fast but low enough symptoms that lockdown doesn't become mandatory soon enough. But we can start an affected city with a well-traveled to airport like Istanbul.
So basically, assuming
Istanbul's a shit airport.
Assuming that on this map Trump is still president, start with the United States. You'll get a head start.
Anywhere in particular? Shall we go to Florida then?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, go for Florida.
It's red. It's red is responsible for this disease.
You're the index case.
The way my
I was going to say
bioterrorist,
but index case. Maybe both.
Jesus finger has begun. There you go. Jesus finger begins in USA.
We can't plan these things. Oh, the irony.
Well, I think now we've just got to get some DNA points, don't we?
Yes.
And how do we get them?
By infecting people.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just wait, basically.
So far we have there are 2 people infected.
Okay.
And you also get them by clicking the bubbles.
Okay.
So that's it. Are we over on the west coast there now? I think. Oh, it's spreading.
We have 4 people.
Yeah, that's right. Start in Florida. Now all of the Rockies is getting just
Yeah. Okay, what can we do now?
So we can upgrade transmission, symptoms, and abilities.
I'd go with transmission.
Transmission.
What check? Do we have anything in the 2 others?
Symptoms.
Ideally, we wanted to do nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I just wanted to see if it has already selected something for us.
Yeah.
No, I think you're getting.
What kind of abilities?
Abilities we have.
Oh, it's like
cold
resistance and
cold heat, antibacterial, I think. Yeah. And
then
drug
you'll have
resistance,
ones for drugs and treatment that will slow down the cure.
So I think we'll go to reds again. What do you want to evolve?
Man.
The transmission, the symptoms, or the abilities?
Let's do transmission.
Right. So you've got. You can. Oh no, we don't have enough points.
Yeah, we can do farm animals or blood, I think.
Maybe could we go back to the bat and see if any more bubbles have popped up?
Yeah, see if we get any more DNA. No, we've got 9 now. Or do you want to wait for some more DNA?
Let's wait for some more. Oh, there's one. Get him. Pick. There you go.
Yeah, I love how it started in Florida and the whole East Coast is still clear.
Must have been on spring break.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's enough now to evolve any of them, isn't it?
Is spring break
should be
anywhere except Florida?
Hey,
so everyone goes to Florida on spring break, right?
Yeah.
Mainly Miami for some reason. I don't get it.
Isn't it Fort Lauderdale? That's like the mecca of spring break.
Fort Lauderdale, Miami, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Like last month, I was in Iceland. There was some college med students there for spring break. I was like, you could have gone to anywhere in the States in the hot country, and you come to Iceland, where it's like ridiculously expensive. They had to been like well-off parents because Iceland.
Like Iceland is ridiculously expensive. Like, it's just insane.
So that's all. We've got all the transmissions available to us now.
Well, if you're starting out in Florida, mosquitoes seems very appropriate.
I can actually back that up. Yes, the mosquitoes here suck. So do it. Do it through mosquitoes.
There we go. Yeah, we're just going to be giggling at this all night, aren't we?
Yes. Yes, we are. You've successfully evolved Jesus Finger. Oh, in the United States. That is just irony and a half.
Even better is like trying to figure out, like, in universe, why the fuck is it called that?
I'm just thinking there was
because
there was
a fundamentalist saw that it looked like a finger.
Oh, so it becomes.
So it must be Jesus.
What's that? What's that? There's that.
I mean, if they see a face on a piece of toast, it has to be Jesus.
No, but there's a protein that kind of looks like a cross.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Laminin, isn't it?
Yeah, laminin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, Photolord did a good video about that.
Yeah, and then you actually look at the electron microscope, and it's nothing like what it says in the textbook. Yeah,
and it's the same thing with the flagellum thing. Like you always see it pictured like a mechanical sort of.
Yeah, when in reality it's much more chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got loads of more DNA here.
It's a schematic image.
Kitch, we'll let you decide what we evolve next.
Oh, symptoms.
Symptoms.
Cough. The
lungs,
cough.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
But why?
Because it will increase the spread.
But isn't it better if it doesn't do anything?
True. But it is actually a viable strategy to like have it be
either that or airborne.
Yeah, infect everyone and then make it do something, basically.
Yeah.
So do you still want to stick with symptoms, Kitch?
No, I'll go with, I'll take Marty's advice and go with airborne.
Yeah, because the weird thing about this disease is that when you mutate it, you mutate every single.
Yeah. So
because plot.
Well, because it would be. Well, I guess you could make it so that you mutate it and then you pick a location where the mutant starts, and then you follow that one.
Developers, if you're watching, we're giving you free ideas here.
They probably already thought of that.
Yeah.
The inspiration.
Yeah, it has to be simple enough to work as a game.
Oh, Festival of Love in the USA. Well, that has to be on these.
That's not going to be popular.
Yeah, they will also mutate on their own. So now we have nausea.
Oh, damn.
And it's still not reached the East Coast yet. It's just, Jesus Finger begins to spread. There you go.
Yay!
Well, yeah, because now people are like feeling nauseous, so they're vomiting.
That name, just the
name. Wealthy couple with quality health care.
If you can afford it.
Oh, well, I now I know we're in a fictional game.
Yeah.
No. Oh, in this game, Bernie Sanders has won. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
In the distant future of 2020. Oh no, wait, this is.
It started out on the date we are.
I was like 2020. Oh wait,
then Trump is in charge. This should be easy.
So, Micro, I'm gonna let you choose the next. Well, it's
apparently you can devolve.
Yeah, you can devolve. You can pay DNA points to lose the nausea, but like
Which
I
doesn't
don't
make
think.
sense in
Yeah.
the context of the game. You should get DNA points.
Should we evolve? Because it said for us to evolve.
Yeah, I kind of I kind of want to evolve the cold resistance so we can make sure later on that we get Greenland. But right now, I think I would just go with the so we spread throughout the US the drug resistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck Greenland in particular.
Jesus finger. Why Jesus finger? Because apparently Jesus took a vacation. Hey guys, I'm back. What's up? Some guy ate a bat and now I'm unemployed.
As happens. I know. I feel the pain too. I was literally right in between contracts when this hit.
Oh, there you go.
And
Business
then the funding got pulled.
Business as usual. Good. Looks like Trump is still president. That benefits us.
Medical research, $0. There you go.
well, against us, not medical research in general. Although it is the US.
Maybe in the Bible Belt. I don't know. I feel like I'm being overly harsh to the US. I want to move there soon anyway.
No, you're not being overly harsh at all. You're not being harsh enough.
You have the Americans' blessing.
Yeah. Just in case if I'm being vetted for a visa. Because the last time actually I was over in 6 months ago, they actually for the ESTA approval, they actually asked for what's your social media pages. I was like, well, here's my Twitter. Luckily nothing came up. But it is weird that they're
paranoia
checking.
For you.
They ask for your Twitter account. That's
which is
funny.
weird because if I was planning, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even go hypothetical.
I mean, it does also like in those when you have to travel to the US, it also asks like, are you planning to commit terrorism? Like it straight up asks you that question. So
when I was 15 going to the States, I actually on my form was asked, were you a member of the Nazi Party between 1939 and 1945? I'm 15 years old. It's a standard.
Jabberwocky, it's normal difficulty.
That, you know what? Kudos to the United States for being very straightforward.
Okay, I think I'm gonna pop to the shop real quick and get some beer too.
It's like, okay, sit down. Look, I'm not gonna give you any small talk. Let's just cut to the chase. Are you part of ISIS?
You'll tell me if you're part of ISIS, right? Oh yeah, of course.
It's okay. They give us the grilling too when I come back to the States. Like when I landed back in Tampa from Canada, they're like, so what's your business here? I live here.
Trying to set up a family.
I
got it. I got the third degree of like going to customs. Like, why are you visiting the States? Oh, I'm here for my cousin's wedding. And what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a researcher. What do you research? And I was like, biomedical science. And I was like, yeah, but what specifically? And I was like, do you really want to go into depth about my research? Because I'll be here all day.
They won't let you into the country. I heard that this guy, Trolling with Logic, was talking so much shit about me. He's not coming into the country.
He don't believe in Jesus.
So,
how are we doing on the disease? Actually, just checking in.
DNA points. Does anyone want to evolve it?
Oh, how's the transmission going?
We've been
or does it? Will it spread more if we give it some symptoms?
We will get it to spread more if you give us certain symptoms. Yeah.
It's infected thousands. Jesus finger.
I've been affected with the Jesus finger. Oh, you found religion? No, I'm dying.
You've been touched by Jesus, but not the good kind of Jesus.
So yeah, we've got plenty of DNA points. So
you've been touched by Jesus, and I don't mean in the hey, let's experiment kind of way.
Can
So
we?
what you?
Can we say? You know what? Sheep. Let's just do animals. Do it. Livestock.
This
Hells
has
yeah.
something to do with Southerners and what they do with sheep.
Or people from Wales.
Marty,
that was more racist than I actually thought it was.
Marty, that's not true. We use llamas instead.
Mm.
For some reason, I thought they were going to say squirrels, and that doesn't make it better.
So there you go. We've evolved cysts without using any DNA points.
Ooh, cysts.
Painful.
In this universe, Dr. Pimple Popper is becoming more popular.
We still haven't infected the East Coast yet.
It was a spring
the miracle breaker. Of Jesus finger.
International Week for today.
More ironic if it just infected the entire Southern Belt, the Bible Belt. But oh, there we go. Thought it crashed. I thought we were in danger, but we're okay.
There we go. Tallahassee finally getting hit. There you are.
Let's see, what can we evolve next?
Bird?
You want to...
No,
you going with that one?
Bird.
No, we don't have enough yet.
Yeah, birds would be a good idea because they move around a lot.
We need some more DNA for that.
We need those mosquitoes to do a better job.
I think that's it. Is that it? Just left?
There it is. Yep.
There we go.
It's gone to Russia. This is Trump. This is Trump.
Oh, there's some DNA.
Canada. Yeah, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah, refugees.
Now it's spreading.
Yeah.
More.
So what other symptoms and abilities and stuff have we gained?
I think we need about 20 DNAs to evolve it a bit more. Go on.
That's what happens, Trump, when you go to Russia for the pee-pee party.
For a second, Marty, I thought that boat was going to go into Sweden. That would have been funny. Oh, there goes another one.
There it goes.
That's Brazil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
there you go.
That's right. Two countries associated with Trump: Russia and Brazil.
Yeah. That's right, Brazil. Get bent.
So, Reds, I think we'll ask you for that.
Can we go? Can we go to the next level of mosquito transmission? We need to get Florida, a little bit redder on that map.
Oh, just short of DNA.
Okay, then let's point.
Well, just know, we're gonna get those free quickly.
What was the other one? That we could poison the water supply?
Yeah, we can come.
Oh no, we're just one DNA
short. That's just literally just waiting. It's gonna.
There we go.
There we go.
Now we can get.
That's the Germans. Oh, there's Ireland.
No. That's the north of Ireland. It's Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh, France. Yeah. Who cares about
more
France?
infectious than CB?
Australia's gone.
And France has just surrendered.
Okay, we've got loads of DNA now.
All right, let's do the next batch of mosquitoes.
Yeah, let's go even more.
Wouldn't it be a good idea to spread it out though? I mean,
that's.
I don't know how this is being fought. I mean, I'm thinking.
I don't think it's being fought yet.
No, but
anyway.
If it's just mosquitoes, isn't that just one thing that the scientists can work out?
Well,
depending on how realistic it is, malaria is the disease that has killed the most people in
good point.
Over time. So
this is why I say mosquitoes.
Bloody hell! Look at that. Florida's still not got any red on it.
It's like the map in Outbreak. Anemia. Oh, that's interesting.
Are we stormtroopers? I mean, we hit everything except the one thing we're actually aiming for.
Oh,
There's
New
more
Zealand.
down
New
at.
Zealand.
There's a load of them there.
Ooh.
Oh, just about made it.
It's got to Africa.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah.
Florida, or it's that Cuba.
That's Cuba.
No, it's still not Florida.
Oh!
How? We started there.
There's Miami, there's Jacksonville.
That's game over.
Has it left Scandinavia yet?
It literally took the entire continental United States for it to hit.
There we go. There we go. Florida, you've caught up.
Oh. Well, Trump clearly got his Fortress America.
Lol.
Oh, that's UK now.
Minor disease.
A doctor in the USA found a new disease which has been named Jesus finger.
This is what happens when you put me on the spot. You get names like Jesus finger.
Right, we've got loads of DNA again.
All right, let's go ahead and do the water supply.
Yeah. Now we're in Florida. It's full of water everywhere. So
I think we could do. I think for the next ones we could do airborne 2 and waterborne 2.
Ooh.
And that gives us like
well, we might also want to become cold resistant so we can attack some of the spread better in some of the colder countries.
Yeah.
They start working on cure.
Like the motherland.
Well, we're already there. I'm more worried about Greenland because Greenland and Madagascar are always the two you end up with. That.
Yeah, they just lock down in a second.
They just lock down, which is weird. I don't know how Greenland does.
So what you're saying is,
it's treating Greenland as if it's a different country than Denmark, which it wouldn't be.
We're getting loads.
I think we got Greenland.
Greenland.
Yay, fuck them.
Fuck Greenland in particular.
Wow, Brazil's really getting fucked now.
And Australia has been infected as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we can start evolving a few.
Okay, we've got loads and loads of DNA now.
There's a fucking bukkake in here.
The next stage of water supply, I think.
Yeah.
Make it worse.
That and if you can, we can still do
the other airborne, so we get the
other
one in the middle.
So and that really boosts the infectivity.
Which one's the airborne again?
That was transmission. That's arrows.
That one.
We still got 20 DNAs to use here.
Maybe drug resistance.
Pigeons.
Yeah, you can spread wire foul.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, that worked.
Look, Iceland's fucked now.
Has it come to Scandinavia yet? Yeah, it has.
It's
in Norway. It's in Norway, but it's not in Sweden.
No, we have competent doctors here.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I said it.
We can out evolve that second the water and air one.
Okay. Oh yeah, loads of DNA. What do we? Yeah, this one here.
That one.
Yeah.
And then
what else?
Maybe blood. Do the same with the blood of mosquito.
Yeah. Do it.
Oh.
Do it.
No, we're just sure. Well, there should be some more.
Maybe we should actually start killing people.
Wow.
We need to start killing folk at some point. We haven't killed anyone
in the
yet.
game, right, guys?
Asia is just becoming a sea of red right now.
Yeah, it's vomiting.
Communism.
Communism.
Can we please make the next one? If you do a next one, communism.
Communism has spread to the United States.
I'm not making it I don't want to make it like a commentary on the political stance of communism or whatever. I just find it funny that the whole map is turning red. That's literally it. Just in case somebody calls me up later.
Well, red means
Oh,
something
geez,
else
right.
in some parts of the world.
Okay, we've got loads and loads of DNA now.
Well,
So-
Let's start killing people.
in the game, right?
I guess increase the symptoms.
Do you want the blood and mosquito evolved?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
Do it. Okay, and so
then some symptoms.
Yeah, let's add some symptoms.
I want
coughing.
to follow. We already have some points in anemia. I want to follow that. That sounds fun.
which one is anemia? This one.
Yeah.
That's cyst, I think.
And no, there was one. There was like I think one of them
I
is
think
like
it's bottom left.
yeah,
there it is.
Yeah. Or bottom
yeah. We
right,
can evolve.
Yeah.
Hemophilia.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's great for a blood.
We still have 39. We still have loads.
Yeah.
Maybe actually put in some resistance genes in there.
There's
Internal
got
hemorrhaging. Yeah, that sounds nasty.
internal hemorrhaging. Shall we go for that?
Yeah, go for that.
Well,
Sure.
it's appropriate considering the movie was. No, don't kill people up too
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
No.
Get some resistance genes in there.
Yeah, resistance. Yeah,
Where's that? The abilities, yeah.
abilities probably.
Yeah.
Down there, yeah.
That will slow down their
Genetic hardening or drug resistance?
magnetic hardening. That will slow down their efforts to develop a cure.
No.
Oh,
Wrong one.
doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay. No.
Whoa.
Wow. Yes. In Ukraine.
Ukraine.
First death from
And,
Jesus finger has been confirmed.
Oh God.
That is one Neil Nasty book. Can I just point out that Canada is one of the countries that is like
Whoa.
not backed over by this, and for some
you go.
reason Alaska.
Germany is shutting down airports. Bit late. Considering it's fucking everywhere.
And Finland and
And Madagascar is fucked.
Yep.
Hemorrhagic shock.
oh, that's not good. Well, for the world, Canada.
Oh, for the world, but for us, it's fine.
Oh,
And
come on.
Canada
Don't,
is slowly succumbing.
don't tell me Norway is gonna survive, but Sweden isn't.
Oh, yeah. That'd be so funny.
No.
Maybe we should put on some cold resistant.
Check out that. Jesus finger placed on watch list. We've got 500,000 folk killed. Oh.
Only 500,000.
Oh, there goes Norway. Thank you.
Is there a nation on earth we haven't
And
offended yet playing this game?
Can we have it a canon in the universe that was Marty's last words? And
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
As long as the other Scandinavian countries goes down, it's fine that our own gets invaded.
Okay, they're a quarter of the way to the cure.
right, we need to start evolving some resistance.
Yeah, go in and evolve genetic hardening.
Tumors has
Great,
Yeah.
because cancer now.
evolve that. Shall we evolve it more? I've got
Yeah,
plenty of points.
yeah, evolve it as much as you can.
What's that one? Genetic reshuffle.
We don't have enough.
We're out of
We don't
DNA.
have enough points.
Maybe some cold, maybe the cold one as well, because it's taken a long time to take root in Greenland.
Yeah, and Alaska and
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Oh, there's 9 million dead now. We've killed more than smallpox.
Now we're
yeah?
talking.
Oh,
And at this point, I was put on a watch list.
oh, look at Greenland. It's going down.
I like all the bubbles in the all the little red spots in the middle of the glacier where no one lives.
It's like only this tiny bit here where actually anyone lives.
Like no one, like oh, China.
There you go. Normal life in China is beginning to break down due to Jesus finger.
So that's pretty much where we are now.
Okay. Oh, the cures.
I think we can evolve some more resistance.
Yeah.
The DNA we have.
Yeah, I think the reshuffle like kind of resets it.
Okay.
Yeah, more work is needed.
Yeah, it's dropped down the cure progress.
I think we have everyone infected, basically. Almost.
Not yet.
Oh no. Okay, because you clicked on Central Africa. If you click off, we can see the stats for the entire world.
Yes, we got Trump.
Yes.
Morocco and anarchy.
So just a normal Tuesday.
What's Sweden saying? Widespread disorder. 61%. We've killed 61% of Sweden, Marty.
Wow.
And 39% infected.
Oh, look, they're exterminating pigeons as well.
This just goes to show that you do not want Jesus finger.
Oh, right. Shall we keep evolving the resistance?
Yes.
Yes.
Genetic reshuffle again?
Because we like at this point, it's just a matter of like getting everyone infected and getting everyone killed. Because we're already more than lethal enough.
Yeah, once we get to a certain stage of lethality, doesn't the cure just like grind to a halt?
So does those like research things, do they slow it down by clicking on those?
Yeah, you slow down the research when you click on the bubbles.
Fucking bubbles!
What? I think we have enough DNA to go for the final reshuffle.
Jesus finger genome fully sequenced.
That took a fucking while.
We've nearly killed all of Greenland.
Ooh.
Systemic
infection symptom.
Oh, that's not good.
Right, shall we evolve something?
Last one on the traits. Yeah. See if that does. And then just focus on the symptoms.
Oh, I like the one with the brain with a crossover it. That's the
Is that encephalitis?
Yeah.
I think it's brain then.
Wait, does this have the ability to transfer the Flurf or the Jordan? So it will make people brain dead.
There are no healthy people left in the world.
Have a brain to be able to be brain dead.
There you go.
Now we're talking. No healthy people left in the world.
The last person on the planet recently became infected with Jesus finger.
Oh, there's a bubble there, right in Australia.
Oh, yeah, good.
So now it's just a matter of let back and feel your ass grow.
Who's flying in that plane there?
Who's flying the plane? If everybody is sick.
Well,
who's actually flying the plane?
Because, planes are really just a tube of sick.
You're not wrong.
How's Sweden doing? Ooh, 9 million dead.
Yeah. It's not doing too well.
Oh, you won't like that, Kitch. I clicked on Ireland and it says UK.
Ouch.
Get my pipe bomb.
Oh. The game is making political statements now.
Canada's government is falling.
Reminds me of the
Alaska as being part of the US.
I think we're almost.
It reminds me of that auto mechanic guy who pretended to be a doctor, the creationist. Who said
more DNA.
Loch,
We got
that
more
Loch
DNA.
Ness was in England.
I think we've almost killed everyone.
Yeah, we have.
Can we
Look at-
update
see,
any
look at
disease,
Norway.
any symptoms?
No, it's all bad.
Everyone's dead in Norway.
There's literally no point in evolving anything. We're gonna there's like 16,000 people left alive.
Oh,
in the world.
and there you go, Micro. I click on Denmark and it says Germany.
Oh, fuck them. At least it's better than it's saying Sweden.
Well, there's some truth to that. Denmark did belong to Germany for a while.
Mexico's dead.
We didn't.
No,
America's
to us.
Who's still alive?
The Union will rise again.
Oh, I think it's South Africa that's clinging on. Total anarchy.
100%. How can it be total anarchy if 100% of people are dead?
No, they've still got a few thousand left. You can see the ticker going down there.
All right.
Oh.
Well, technically, if no one's alive to be in charge, wouldn't that be?
There's a headline for you.
Yeah.
Jesus
I'm
finger.
surprised
Destroy
that's still
humanity.
making headlines. It's only 11,000 people left in Australia.
See, the problem is that they left it to the Americans to come up with
Where are you flying?
Yeah, who's that? Why are you flying to Egypt right now? Oh, there's still.
Well, my last few days of life, what am I going to do? I'm going to see the pyramids. Realistically, I'm going to Disneyland.
They want to see if they can find a cure in that city under the pyramids.
Maybe this is what the pharaohs were talking
Get the
about.
airship the Egyptians had and fly out into space, which aircraft can do. They can fly in space.
And only a few a few atoms thick. It's just
Hey!
Yay!
Victory!
Hey! Raise a glass for that.
Here's to you, Jesus finger.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Oh dear
God.
God.
Look at that. Share the news. My bacteria called Jesus finger just wiped out the world.
Maybe a bit inappropriate to share at the current.
Yeah.
I mean, they did have to put out a statement saying this is a game. It's not a simulator.
They would say that they're part of them.
Now we're talking. We can do a virus.
Yes.
Oh, virus.
Which will mutate more often, so we'll get more points, but it will also randomly add things on to it.
Let's see.
Okay.
A virus. What is a not so well known virus that
didn't you get? I think you were able to get the Serophile, which is heat.
Yeah, we just I think you unlock them as you go along.
Yeah. So we should obviously start somewhere arid.
Oh, look at these genes. There's a creationist gene.
That's ironic.
What does that mean? It kills creationists, or what?
Are we going to go?
I'm assuming it means that you don't it's only when you make it mutate that it mutates, and Darwinist is probably it mutates so more often.
So are we going brutal this time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, who's naming it this time? Michael.
Let's see.
Oh no, Reds, you can name it again.
Oh goddamn. All right, fine. Call it a. All right, I'm going to name it after a virus that no one knows about. It's called Mountain Dew.
That's not a virus. That's
You think it's not a virus until you've experienced it.
I've only had the energy drink. They actually never brought up anything else, and it's awful.
And where do we
It's
start
just
this time?
Well, we
Plain
should start somewhere in Africa, so because we have an advantage in arid climates. Starting off,
Anywhere in particular in Africa?
or
Somalia.
Well, somewhere where there are people. So
or Australia.
yeah, so Somalia is
Australia?
Yeah, Australia.
Australia.
There are no people there.
There's only snakes and hardened people.
And spiders and
Things I want to
No,
kill
but
you.
You know, snacks. They have snacks there.
I do know chat room.
Kangaroos there, and I fucking love kangaroo. It's we actually have kangaroo in the fridge.
oh, it's so good.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's it.
barbecued kangaroo. Oh, love it.
Okay. Let's see, chat room. Can you choose a country for us? We'll see what they say. Yes, we're going to the chat room.
Are there any people in the chat room?
There is.
I vote Somalia.
Or as the chat room's come down with a Jesus finger, has it? Do we get Somalia as an option? Sudan.
Well, it's probably
shit.
Be like,
Oh shit! Kind of. No, it's in East Africa.
Well.
Oh fuck! Oh well, too late. I don't know. I just clicked on it and it went all right.
Not even are you sure? Well, yeah, you're fucked now.
Uh-huh.
Oh well, we'll just have to stick with this. Well, I think that's where Somalia is, isn't it? It's around about there.
It's in that area.
Yeah, that's cool enough. I assume. Now, it could be on the other side of the fucking continent, I don't know.
yeah, so we're gonna gain a lot more. We're gonna gain the NA points a lot quicker, but it's also gonna mutate on its own much quicker. So we should avoid fever.
Okay, we've got some DNA now. What shall we evolve to begin with?
I'm hearing some background, or like I'm hearing.
Transmission.
Well, yeah, but hold on. Could you go to abilities for a moment? I just want to see if it means that we start out with anything here. Okay, we don't.
No.
Viral. Oh, that's the one. Instability.
That increases the random mutations, so we will get things without paying for them. But that also means that we get things that would be bad. I would go through transmission and start out with like we did before.
Mosquitoes, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, not necessarily that one. Maybe let's go with livestock this time. Let's go animal based. Fuck it.
I think you should always start with mosquito.
Well, I guess that is an animal too.
Uh-huh.
I don't guess. I know it's an animal. It's
because mosquitoes. Those are them bastards. I swear.
Well, some of them. There are a lot of mosquitoes species that don't bite people.
All of them suck.
Take out Florida, yeah. We're working on it.
We're working on it.
I'm only in the lab so many hours.
Oh, yeah, I think we've got enough DNA to evolve.
Yeah.
Shall we keep going with the transmission?
I would say we should take out wherever you're from, Ziller, but I don't think there's a canon explanation of where R2 was built.
Oh. Shots fired. Are we going to evolve the transmission?
We did evolve, randomly evolve coughing, so
I think
we're sort of a sheep's cow. We're swine flu. We're swine flu currently, basically. Yeah. We're mild swine flu. We cough and you get it from animals.
Right. Anyway, I'll go to Red because you chose the last one, Michael. Sorry.
I wasn't suggesting anything. I was just saying what our status currently was.
Okay. Red, what do you want to?
Yeah, Ziller actually has a point. Everyone does have a hamster. I used to have a hamster. I've actually had 3 of them. So,
but they were delicious, though.
Same as last time.
On the other hand, I've had a total of I think 11 birds. So
I'm assuming the birds live longer than the hamster.
Oh yeah, they live like 7, 8 years, something like that.
Yeah, I had a friends with a couple. They had 2 birds. One called Vegeta, and I can't remember what the other one was called. But one, yeah, actually, it was actually funny enough. It was Nappa.
Of course, it was. That's the pair.
Yeah. No, I thought I was thinking maybe it was some Dragon Ball Z, but yeah, no, it was Nappa actually.
Which is a Dragon Ball Z character.
And actually, ironically enough, they came down one morning, and to find that Vegeta had killed Nappa overnight. Which I don't know how you do that.
Have you ever seen birds? They're killing machines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got
a pretty sight to come to.
We've got some DNA.
Well, we are sort of in a. I think we should evolve. Unless anyone has another idea, I kind of want to evolve the abilities to resist treatment and cures early on, because we're gonna get discovered a lot quicker because we involve symptoms.
Yeah,
maybe drug resistance, and you leave the genetic hardening as a reset switch. That makes sense.
Because this is gonna speed up, like, it is gonna help with transmission, but very quickly.
Oh, we've gone to Sudan.
There we go. You Mountain Dew.
Everyone's gonna be doing the do soon.
Do.
I still love the fact that Mountain Dew only exists because it was originally something you mixed with whiskey, and then the prohibition came in, so they had to think, fuck, we have to do something else with it. Oh, there's a DNA bubble.
Oh, got it.
Well, have you ever heard about the origin story of ice cream sodas?
Well, I mean, I know the origins of Coca-Cola can also be blamed on prohibition.
Now, ice cream soda was invented because a bunch of religious numbnuts decided to ban ice cream sodas on Sunday. So they came up with something called a sundae that just took out the soda part.
Okay, what do we want to follow now?
I kind of want to go farm animals too, but I will let someone else decide.
Yeah, I'll do that.
My vote is always make the mosquitoes just tear everyone apart.
We don't have enough DNA for them yet.
We did that last time.
Yeah, but we need to do it all the time because those guys are bastards. They get everywhere.
Okay,
do they get everywhere in the game, though? I don't know how the game works.
Probably more so in tropical countries.
Yeah, I think
tropical regions where they are there.
Into account.
All right, are we?
I'm thinking of a good spread of transmission. Maybe waterborne, or pigeons, birds.
Ooh. I mean, it worked for bombs.
So shall we go bird then?
I say go bird then.
Yeah.
Okay, go bird.
If you're not going to make the correct decision and go for mosquitoes, then go for birds.
Here's a fun fact: the DNA strand in the background has wrong-handedness. It's wrong. It's twisted the wrong way. The DNA in the background on the evolution page.
Oh, we've got Sneezy now.
Microblog, you literally take the fun out of everything.
We still Neil deGrasse Tyson of our group.
No, I don't think you take the fun out of everything by pointing out the scientific inaccuracies. I think it adds. I think it adds.
Titanic was not the stars, though. I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah, that's nitpicky, but in this game, I feel like it's like checking that your DNA is turned the correct way is justified.
It's not like we were criticizing a movie for 2 hours based on possible scientific nitpicks and inaccuracies.
No, it's only like an hour and a half.
So we got more fun out of it than if we had just watched the movie and enjoyed it, which we did.
That's why. That's why.
Nitpicking about scientific inaccuracies doesn't destroy movies or games or what have you. It adds to the entertainment, and some people might actually learn something. I think it's great.
You want to do that? Do that with Armageddon.
Mission accepted.
Basically, premise. That's not how that works. That's not how any of that works.
Nope. Here's the thing, though. I still think that's a pretty fun movie. That's the thing with a lot of Michael Bay movies. They're fun. Just turn your brain off and have fun. But then you can nitpick the shit out of them, and I mean, they're terrible, but they're still entertaining.
Yeah. Back on track. We've got some DNA to spend.
But I'll get on Armageddon. I'll do that.
Water supply.
Yeah, water supply. I like how when you involve it, it like grows in size and then shrinks. Like whoop.
Put me at the end.
We might end up killing people before we spread.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, there you go, right on cue.
Oh,
we might want to like de-evolve Diudema if we get the chance.
Oh yeah, there's loads of folk dead.
Yeah, just only East Africa works on a cure. Everyone else is going, don't worry, it's just N-bombs.
Don't worry, that's just Africa. We haven't been annoying all
exactly.
All the pieces people.
They're missing a DNA point.
No one cares because it's happening in Africa.
That's just brown people.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Brazil.
For the record, that was me calling the game racist.
Wait.
that was not me being racist.
Wait, okay, how do we get Insomnia? Okay, can we? I think we should de-evolve the Udema
points,
just so we don't like end up killing everyone.
Where's the Udemian?
I think that's the black one furthest down. No, that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I think you have to click yes.
There we go. Well, we've got some DNA to spend anyway.
Yeah, because we're going to end up killing people way too quickly. So we need to.
Airborne.
Yeah, go airborne.
There's no way. You can get it any old way. Maybe some heat resistance while you're.
Well, we already kind of have that because we started
outside Africa.
Now it's spreading.
Yeah, we have the serophile trait.
It's not reached America yet.
Oh, just you wait.
Madagascar.
Now that he said it, it's gonna happen. That's how correlation works, right?
It's gonna affect the entire world. Let's see if it works.
Oh,
Yeah,
Canada's gone.
Oh,
There it is. Now it's in Canada.
And
There it is.
yeah.
Now it's in the United States.
Russia.
Oh, we got a load of DNA points.
Oh, hold on. Quickly, involve pigeons because there's a lot of migration.
Yeah.
Let's
The
take
game.
advantage of that.
We've still got loads of DNA to spend.
Next leg of mosquitoes.
We're already working on a cure. Maybe we should.
Yeah.
We should.
Reshuffle.
What's the status of the cure?
0.
They've just started. Extreme bird migration event.
Extreme migration.
Always migrate to the extreme.
Oh God, it's done it again.
Insert
This
heavy
virus.
And the birds have started selling races. It's extreme.
It's pulmonary edema's evolved again on us.
Oh.
In real world. Hey, it's
Florida.
evolved. Hey, it's causing problem with you. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Make up your mind, virus.
That's gonna confuse the
researcher.
We have low points.
Sir, the virus doesn't know how to make up its mind. Oh, for
Okay.
fuck's sake.
This virus, that for some reason is named Mountain Dew.
What are we going for? Transmission again?
Go with
I feel
airborne.
like we should.
Airborne.
Yeah, airborne.
I mean, once you've gone airborne, there's no point worrying about anything else.
Yeah. Once you can spread between people, you can spread between people. Like,
Crazy.
we still have loads of points to spend.
Oh, fucking hell.
May as well just fill up that section.
I think that was Denmark that just went there.
Well, it calls it Germany.
All right. Okay, what to evolve now?
Get the water so we can get the combination.
Yeah.
Because now we can bypass filters, which is really important because they're gonna start shutting down.
Mountain Dew placed on watch list.
Like it wasn't already.
Cures at 3%.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Is there more infectious than measles in the game?
Fibrosis, okay.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Scarring at the lung tissue.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. I don't think that really. Finland
And there goes Finland.
Good.
Anybody like Finland?
Mexico.
Why is Egypt leading global cure efforts?
Where do you see that?
Oh, there goes Norway.
Ah, good.
Vomiting symptom mutated.
That's finally something we can agree on.
Oh, loads of DNA points. We can do DNA reshuffle maybe.
Yeah, do that.
10.
Doing that. This one.
Yeah.
Genetic hardening.
Yeah, hardening.
Yeah, and then that one.
And we can do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe keep it in mind because it's just got that resets it. So maybe keep one in reserve.
I like how it says the upgrade is multiple strains of the disease exist, but we already creating those.
Fucking Greenland. Oh, bloody hell. Mountain Dew's a bastard at times, doesn't it?
Well, at this point, just
leave it, yeah.
upgrade cold. Upgrade cold so we can actually get into Greenland.
Oh, there's a load there.
Oh. Cold resistance.
Yes.
Again?
Yeah. Do it.
We really...
We want to get into Greenland.
Mountain Dew-it.
Mountain Dew.
I mean, it's a soft drink. It should be enjoyed cold.
Mountain Dew and Sweden just went.
I'm guessing paranoia isn't gonna help us.
As long as Norway went first, I don't care.
I think the paranoia symptom will actually cause more social anarchy, so
Yeah,
that could
it might
inhibit the cure.
might also make people avoid each other.
Cure 25% complete.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Immune suppression symptom.
Great.
Oh, that's good.
What's the status on the world? Total. Okay, it's just we have
Maybe-
loads of points still.
You have loads of points, maybe
Yeah.
Just
another genetic hardening.
upgrade transmissions as like crazy, or do the the cure stuff, and also the other cure thing.
Do you want more cold resistance? Or?
The flask too.
Which one's
Viral
that?
instability, that makes it more likely that we get more DNA points.
Well, no, it means that it randomly mutates. There at the bottom, no, inability, the very bottom one, that looks like a flask. That one. That's gonna slow down there. Because now we don't reproduce in lab conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Which is gonna make.
Mountain Dew has killed over 75 million people.
I mean, that's probably actually true in real
That's
life.
true. That's a
And
real
yet
statistic right there.
Mountain Dew killing very fast.
And yet the States is relatively untouched.
We're used to it.
For now. Killed more than the Spanish flu.
Cysts. Oh.
We have almost everyone, but I don't think we're gonna get to Greenland because it's been closed off. Yeah, we're not gonna get in there. The thing is, Greenland can survive on their own if the rest of the world dies.
Oh, the cure's catching up on us, I think.
Well, but there's no way for us to get into Greenland now, so
Yeah.
What other contagion methods are there? Transmission. What about blood?
well, at this point, the transmission doesn't really matter because there's no way for us to get into Greenland because it's been shut down completely.
Heat resistance is going to help us there. So.
Well, I think we might, if you upgrade heat resistance, you might get like some like combined.
Yeah. We'll try that.
Yeah.
Environmental. Oh, we need 40.
Yeah.
40 points for that.
That won't take that long.
Diarrhea.
Well, isn't it possible that birds will take it into Greenland or something like that?
That's true.
Projectile vomiting.
Yeah, that's right. If you have both coughing and vomiting, you get projectile vomiting. I think we have for the genetic hardening. No, not that one.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Oh,
No. I said the wrong word. That's why.
Doesn't need another 18 points for that.
Well, it's not really gonna matter. Like, people are dying super quick.
Oops, symptom.
No, it's sneezing. Causes unwanted actions.
sneezing and diarrhea. Oh.
Oh.
Uh,
In a world.
Yeah,
That
we're
doesn't
not
have enough toilet
gonna
paper.
get into.
Scandinavia.
Kazakhstan government has fallen. Great.
The one thing you don't want during a spat of explosive diarrhea, a shortage of TP.
At this point, I think TP is the least of their problems.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I don't think we're going to win this one, guys.
You're 75% complete. No!
We will basically have exterminated everything.
My son is up. I gotta go.
Okay.
All right. Nice talking to you. We should
Nice
chat
to-
sometime.
I like that inflammation evolved after pulmonary edema.
Ouch.
Yeah, we're not gonna win this one.
Never say never. Never say never.
It's Greenland, though. Yeah, that's still.
Well, we've also if we will Greenland will be what's left over.
They don't have airports, Greenland. Well, not in the game.
Well, they don't have them anymore. They've locked them down.
Yeah. But
Well,
no, I don't see.
in real life, they have airports. That's how them. Everything gets there either mainly by ship or airport. But Greenland is gonna collapse with the rest of the world dead.
Oh,
Because they're dependent on getting resources in from.
Oh, Canada's going down.
There.
And yet the
Now
States, it's like the reverse of reality. Canada is going down with the
The
sickness,
United States.
yet the States is relatively healthy.
It's hanging on.
Well, it might if we get
Business as
Bernie
usual.
Sanders is president in this universe.
Okay, I refuse to believe that with the rest of the world basically dead, that it would be business as usual. Yeah, sure, the rest of the world is completely dead, and the disease that caused is.
I know. I can see. I know. Alaska is not counted as part of the states in this game for some reason, but Alaska's looking pretty shit.
It actually
that's normal.
I mean, it makes sense to some extent.
Yeah.
Because it's the same. It's the same climate.
Yep.
Yep.
In this universe, Bernie Sanders is president.
Paralysis symptom now.
Oh, now we're talking. Never say never.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
there goes
wow.
the
Now we're talking. Now the United States is getting screwed.
Yeah, but now it's gonna kill everyone, and it's not gonna get to the.
Oh.
It's not gonna get to Greenland, which doesn't actually make sense because we should be able to, it still exists in the birds.
But apparently Greenland are killing all the birds.
Greenland.
Hey, can we upgrade the transmission by birds? Maybe that might increase the
Shooting birds out of the sky.
We can upgrade. We would if we upgraded all the other ones, we would probably get something in the middle that would
just upgrade everything. Just upgrade everything because
we don't have
enough DNA.
And we're not going to get very much more.
No, it's gonna be everything except Greenland. That is usually how these things goes.
Although that dead number is rising pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Still,
it's rising by the millions.
And the world cure rate hasn't changed much.
No, because no one is working on it.
Yeah,
I think the U.S. is the only place. U.S. and Greenland are the only places alive where there's still people alive. Basically,
when you can see the number going down in the U.S., there you go.
There now, U.S. is
no longer exists.
100% dead. That went from 0 to 0
Oh,
shit.
there's DNA points.
Close
it
to
doesn't matter at this point.
Bottom right.
Oh, it's developed a rash now.
Oh no!
Screwed.
After the multiple organ failure.
Oh,
What
no,
have we
I've got
done?
an itch, I've got an
Don't
itch,
tell me.
George.
I've got
Don't tell me
an
it's the worst
unsightly
kind of
rash.
It's the worst kind of rash. It's armpit rash.
France's government has fallen.
That's not the worst kind of rash. Crotch rash. Now
That's the worst.
yes.
The 7-year itch.
Fucking Greenland.
Just in general.
Well, they wanted their independence.
from the world.
Well, like, it's more of a joke because I'm Danish. Let's just say we weren't nice to them. Like, we really weren't.
Like UK not nice, or
like we used to effectively kidnap kidnap
damn it
Icelandic children and take them to Denmark to like Danify them. No.
Well,
damn it,
we lost.
Greenland beat us.
Son of a bitch.
So, shall we? Well, there's a board game of this as well.
Oh man.
Well, we mean pandemic. Pandemic isn't about creating the virus.
There's actually an offshoot of Pandemic where you can play as a disease.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, cool. Gonna head out here, but Micro, keep your Skype open. I'll be sure to call you around maybe 3:00 in the morning your time for a random hangout, just so you're aware. So just be ready for that. By the way, Trolling with Logic, long time to be good, sir. It's been funny catching up with you again.
Yeah, it's been good. We're going to be back on next Friday as well if you want to jump in.
Oh, I would love to. And Michael, don't think we ever spoke, but pleasure meeting you, good sir.
Same here.
All right, peace out, peeps.
Cheers. So one last game then.
Yeah. Can we just hold that on 1 second? I just gotta go to the loo.
All right.
Right, and I'll mute it.
I think, well, we're going to try and win with a virus anyway.
Yeah, because we want the next. Maybe go on normal.
Just have a chance.
Yes, it's just so we can unlock the thing. Okay.
Right, it's up to you to name this one. Shall we call it communism?
Yeah, I feel like the joke has to be played out.
Yeah. And it's going to start in America, yeah.
No, it's starting in Russia, obviously.
Okay.
It's communism.
Where should we go? Well, next to the airport there, I would think. We'll go there. Well, I don't think it matters where you actually click on the country, does it?
I don't know.
Right, so let's get some DNA. Communism is a virus. Oh, geez, the things we laugh at. Okay, how's it doing here?
That sounds like a BBC and like it's about New Year's program, and it comes up with like the things we laugh at. Oh, DNA.
And you know, chat room, are you still enjoying this chat room? Or what? Oh, 11 DNAs.
I feel like we should be.
Yeah. What shall we start? Well, we're in Russia, so with a virus. What's the best way to spread it? Well, mosquitoes, I would think, wouldn't be so good in Russia.
Depends on where. There's some. I feel like livestock might work well in Russia.
Yeah, I'd go with livestock.
We now have commie pigs.
It's communism now, Kitch.
It's treason then.
Oh, DNA. That's fine.
No, that's all right.
Is it a virus? Are we still a virus?
Yes, virus.
Yeah, there you go. See, Kitch. was going to say, chat room, are you still... Is this entertaining you? I don't know. Oh.
So,
We've got some...
So there is some medical terms in here that probably may need defining.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Like a pulmonary edema, that's when the lungs fill with fluid.
You drown from the inside.
Yeah. So, yeah, new air filters.
And
so
that's caused by
airborne
the
won't
immune
work
system.
well. Oh,
we need to upgrade our air. We need to become airborne to get through those filters. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yep. There's still folk in the chat room watching this. Why?
And that's a question for you, chat room. How and why?
Oh, the air transmission. There we go. Communism can spread.
Not even filters can stop the rising trend of communism.
I only know that song because of Call of Duty. That's the only reason I know, because whenever the Spetsnaz or whatever they were called, one in multiplayer, that's the song.
How much do we need? 16 for the next airborne.
Nothing can stop the rising tide of communism, comrade.
In Soviet Russia, you infect disease.
Here we go. What shall we? What's going?
Well, we might want to. Should we maybe de-evolve some of the symptoms so we lay low?
Maybe can we do birds so we can affect Greenland before they start shooting them, the heartless bastards?
Well, I think if you want to get into Greenland, evolving cold resistant might be the way to go, because it's gonna get in via like the normal routes.
Okay, and it also help us in Russia as well, cold resistance, I think.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm more.
Wouldn't it be ironic that the one country that's left standing is Russia?
Okay. Hold on. Maybe we should de-evolve some of the symptoms just so we lay low early on.
Yeah, that
here.
makes sense.
Because suddenly we'll start accelerating. I would de-evolve the anemia.
Yeah.
No, not hemophilia, but the one below. No, the black one there. No, that one.
Yeah, but
that one, because coughing, nausea is fine. Nausea we can deal with. That's not serious. But anemia is quite a serious symptom. That's not really going to help us spread.
We cannot have our recruits to be anemic, comrade.
Well, I mean, that's removing something red.
I can't do a Russian accent, so I'm going to stop that.
Well, most people can't do an Irish accent, so
that's true.
I can do this accent and no other accent. No matter what I try to sound like, I sound Danish.
I can't even do other Irish accents. I don't even know how I'm doing.
I can do other Danish accents, sort of.
I can't do a Cork or a Kerry accent, or a Northern Ireland one, or a Galway one.
Oh, there we go. We've got some DNA.
It's up the transmission.
Which one?
Water. I think water will help us on ships.
We need one more DNA for that.
Water's there.
Water's there.
Yeah, water's there. Because I think, if I remember correctly, water helps you. That's the faucet.
Chat, feel free to recommend stuff as well.
Yeah. Because I think.
Hey!
Not the first time. Insomnia.
An insomniac communist. Huh?
Well, the only problem with that one is we have to be careful because it's that will lead to brain problems fairly quickly.
Well, if any film fans, The Belfast Film Festival are holding a Sofa Shorts Day where you can watch loads of new short movies by Irish directors for free all day tomorrow from 10 a.m.
Oh, that's nice.
There's 14 in there for a competition. Go to belfastfilmfestival.org. That actually wasn't from the actual, that wasn't paid. This is just a friend of mine texting me. But I thought I'd share it on because we're
where's
all
that boat?
quarantine.
Where's the boat going? Where's the boat going? Yes! Hey! Communism in America.
Hey, they always said communism was a virus. This time it's literal.
Oh, that's Denmark, Germany.
Yeah.
It's starting to spread through Russia. Look at Russia. Communism is taking over Russia slowly but surely.
Okay, we've got a decent amount of DNA right now.
Okay,
evolve
the drug resistance. Oh, take those two and then evolve drug resistance.
Yeah, Finland always seems to go quite quickly in this game.
I don't know.
Maybe Marty's right. They just have shit healthcare.
No, that's Norway.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Finland thinks they're part of Scandinavia. They're not.
Oh, that's UK.
As long as you make Brennivin, I don't care. It is delicious.
Oh, and Japan.
When I started, have you ever had cherry wine?
Oh no, but it feels like something I should have. I've had
we had a game at uni where called it was effectively just called like cherry rounds would be the best translation, where you have a bottle of cherry wine that you pass around while you sing a song that effectively just goes like whoever is currently drinking sings, you just keep going cherry rounds, and then when it's time for the next person to start drinking, you just say they take the next cherry round, and then when the bottle is almost empty, you switch over to singing. They take the last cherry round. That is the game. It is stupid, and you get so fucking drunk. And cherry wine is delicious.
Look, check that headline out. Communism Awareness Day. Oh well. Communism has got paranoia symptoms.
Okay, we have loads of points. Get some transmission and resistances in.
Right. Do you want the mixed transmission?
Yeah. Do that.
Can't say do it anymore because we don't have Mountain Dew.
Oh, we need 21 DNA points.
We'll get that quickly enough.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it.
Look at Russia.
Yes.
What about Madagascar?
Greenland's gone. Well, we haven't reached Africa yet, so.
We need to evolve some heat resistance, but
let's
just get the mixed resistance, that combined resistance.
Transmission first. How much was it?
It was like I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think we've got enough now.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we've got enough for it, the mixed transmission.
I think that was the first theme song we ever had for a trailer for this channel.
Yeah.
Which one?
Tournament Logic. The first time we advertised a proper show, we used is it the Russian national anthem?
Yeah, it was a metal version of it or something like that. We found.
Yeah.
A metal version of the Soviet anthem.
I can't remember. I think it was something related to communism we were doing as well as a topic. Oh, fuck no, I can't remember. It's been so long.
That makes sense. Otherwise, that would be a bit weird that you.
But would you expect anything less of us, to be honest?
Okay, now you should have more than enough to do the cold resistance. Well, sorry, heat resistance.
Yeah. Okay, abilities. Heat. Evolve.
And maybe some the beaker. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, genetic hardening.
Yeah.
That is such a sci-fi
Okay.
genetic hardening.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a bit late, Russia.
Damn you.
That's fine.
I don't think we'll get anything better than communism has developed paranoia.
No. Well,
the United States seems pretty resistant to it so far.
Madagascar's still clinging on, though.
Yeah, but like
maybe mosquitoes. Is mosquitoes in Madagascar?
You see, they're shipping to Australia, and Australia's still open. So
Australia is open to the idea of communism. Yeah.
Oh. Right. Oh shit! I've got loads of DNA. Sorry, I wasn't keeping track of.
Yeah, the virus grows really quickly.
Yeah, so
any Marvel fans among us?
Are we going to go for the mixed
Go for heat. Go for heat.
Heat.
And then the other one, and so we can get the
combined.
The combined one.
Anyone here fan of the MCU?
Yeah. I mean, I think Endgame is a shit movie, but that's besides it. I hate that movie. It's so stupid.
Oh, we're gonna have words. But
it is 3 hours.
Yay, we got Madagascar.
It is 3 hours of fan service, and the last 20 minutes are pointless.
Exactly. That's exactly what Endgame is for, though. I mean, we bet 22 movies of build up. Now we have the fan service.
No. You can still make a good movie and have fan service. When the final line of one of your main characters is a callback that doesn't make any sense within the in universe.
But anyway, Black Widow has been pushed back to November 6th, and that's pushing back the Eternals, Thor 4, and Doctor Strange 2. Doctor 2. Doctor Strange 2.
Doctor 2 could also be a Marvel character.
He's constantly on the jacks, though.
No, Doctor 2 is just a man who with the power to copy himself.
No, actually, that's wrong. It's actually from the Austin Powers series. Number 2 actually just got a doctoral degree, so now he's Doctor 2.
We've got the first death from communism in Sudan.
That makes no sense.
We've got 100 DNAs. So
a country with no government. I would start slowing down the. We have the start doing the genetic hardening and reshuffling.
What's the status of the cure?
25% or something.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start focusing on that. Symptoms will, as Jabberwocky says here, the
symptoms are gonna come on
symptoms will take care of themselves.
You have a bubble.
Bubble Greenland.
Fucking Greenland.
Oh, you got it.
Okay,
we got loads of DNA points here.
All right, should we genetic reshuffle right now?
Yep.
Yeah, right after.
But you got the DNA points to do it?
We have more than we.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do the second one. It doesn't. It's not a reset. I think it only makes it. It just makes so it
the cure goes down a bit. Yeah, the cure goes down a bit, does it? Let's see. Yeah.
No. It just means that it takes more work.
Oh yeah, it's gone down. Yeah, went down a few percent. How's the USA doing?
Maybe can we put it into mosquitoes? Or have you got no mosquitoes?
Yeah. At this point, we're probably gonna spread to everywhere, no matter what.
Yeah, it's just we need the death toll to go up a good bit.
Honestly, I would just upgrade their. I would use some of the DNA points to upgrade their.
Viral instability.
Yeah, their biohazard symbol, because that's gonna help. And then
we could do it again.
Just keep upgrading that. That's gonna give us symptoms for free. Because at this point we just need.
And that probably give us some more DNA points. I think if it was like anything like the mobile game. Oh, there's one.
Information.
Does this game have
Research doctors around the world are completely focused on developing a cure for communism.
Does this game have an encephalitis symptom?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Sweating.
Oh, no.
So now they're smelly communists.
It's like an anime convention.
I just like the last one, how pulmonary edema, and then suddenly, oh, yeah, you're going to get a rash now.
What?
Hemophilia.
Yeah, because now it's just a question of, like, I think more or less the entire population of the world.
How's it?
You click off US so we can see the entire world.
Oh, yeah.
Just in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean or something like that.
Yeah,
Coughing. Why is coughing the last symptom to mutate?
Everyone has I think everyone is infected. So now it's just a question of killing people.
The cure.
Hypersensitivity.
Communism has developed hypersensitivity.
It's that cultural Marxism, I guess. The
skin lesions. That's a good one, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Who's flying that plane? Where are you going?
Oh, DNA point.
Caesars.
Great.
Communism causes Caesars now.
Can we use those 10 points to upgrade anything? To upgrade any of the symptoms? Because that's literally all we need now. Now we just need to kill people as fast as possible.
Oh, vomiting now.
Because the cure is dangerously close. Do we have anything left on that can help us with the cure? I don't think we have.
The cure for communism is almost here.
If you get enough people killed, it will.
It slows down immensely. But right now we're.
Yeah. Insanity.
That's gonna help. That has to help because if everyone is fucking insane.
Well, they're communists.
Well, I mean, Carrie Mullis developed PCR and he was office rocker.
Profuse bleeding and.
Oh, hemophilia and skin lesion. Yeah, that's not a good combi.
Nope. No, it is not.
But the cure is all 80% there. But now Canada's okay. Now countries are starting to break down.
Okay, Canada's breaking down. We're fucked. The whole
normal life in Canada is beginning to break down due to communism.
They cancelled the feckin' hockey.
Oh, got some DNA from ice. There are no healthy
people left in the world.
Good one, Cyril.
Meet some production.
Oh, pulmonary edema. There we go.
I didn't think of that one. That's fucking great.
It's our old favourite symptom.
Hey, water in the lungs, fluid in the lungs. I mean, yeah.
Oh, it's mostly water.
Yeah, mostly
Who the
water.
Fuck keeps flying that plane.
It's that one.
I really don't like how close we are to.
It's that one Ryanair pilot.
Like Ryanair would still be flying now.
Hey,
yeah, think of all the charges they put onto you.
Yeah, your man's got to make money somehow. I'm surprised Ryanair stopped doing flights.
Oh, I mean, at 90%, that's not good. I have a feeling they might end up being able to develop the cure before we kill everyone.
Come on, communism! Come on, communism!
Yeah.
Kill. Aye. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, we've got 20.
Very good.
Okay, do we have anything?
Oh, hold on. No, how much does that cost?
Oh, we need 38 points.
Okay. Wait for that one. Wait for that one and buy that one because we need.
I don't think we'll get there because it's 95%, and we need like 13.
Yeah.
Oh, 11, 9.
Oh, 31.
Okay, I eat my.
There we
go. Ooh, genetic reshuffle. Yay!
The genetic
again.
But it's the last time we do it.
Oh, my genes, the genetic reshuffle does nothing.
We've got drug resistance to give a shot. So.
No, that just makes it harder for us to treat. That doesn't help with the cure.
Norway and anarchy.
It already is. Oh, use some of the points we have now to increase the symptoms.
Somehow, somewhere.
Anything that's severe.
This one.
Brain hemorrhage or the brain edema.
Yeah, brain. Yeah, anything.
Brain edema. Sorry. The brain inflammation.
Yeah, fever. Okay. Immune suppression. That's good.
Encephalitis. That's the word.
Total organ failure. But we don't have enough.
We have enough to evolve other things. Okay,
what's the one beside something with the lungs, maybe?
Like, do that one. Internal hemorrhages. That's gonna increase the lethality with a good bit.
Hey, that brought it down 1%.
Yeah, now
there's some of the symptoms that make.
Oh man, you look the death rate's kind of rocketing right up. Diarrhea. That's really
diarrhea.
Not the most useful one, but okay. I think we might. Yeah,
actually, no, diarrhea could be lethal as well.
That's true.
For example.
What do we got here?
No. Go with the ones in the middle. Go with the ones. Hold on. What's the one? I think the
one next to the heart.
This one. Dysentery.
That's pretty bad.
What's
that? Dysentery or cardiac arrest?
Paralysis, systematic infection.
Systematic
effects.
Yeah, go for systematic infection.
Oh, there's coma. That's the next green one. But I think we're just going to make this one.
Yeah, we are, because no one is, everyone is almost already dead.
The cure has stalled.
Yeah. There's no one working on it. They're all insane, bleeding from all offices and shitting themselves.
And who's flying that fucking plane still?
Researchers.
Is that who, Ryanair, are still giving their business to at this point?
14, 9, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Still 1. On less than 1.
3, 2, 1. Still 1.
Oh, here we go.
And yes.
Look at that.
It has delivered all life. It's delivered all humans.
It's worth it just for that at the end. Community.
I want to take that and add that communist, Soviet Russia melody over it and just post that as a shit post.
There you go. Look, see, I can share that to my Twitter. My virus called communism just wiped out the world.
Oh, that is just pure.
I guess you now unlocked fungus or something. Yeah, that's a P boost. Okay.
So no, I'm not going to play it. I just want to see what other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can play as a fungus. Still got loads to unlock.
Well, that's what the self-isolation is for.
Yep.
Ooh. Social distancing, guys.
Finally, everyone is truly equal. You're correct.
Yeah. Ooh, there's one multiplayer. Might have to set up that sometime with one of you.
Wait, how does that work?
I think it's like you both have a plague and you've just got to kill the other.
Who kills the world the quickest?
See, there you go. It's a tabletop game.
Ooh. I'd have to get that one. I already have Pandemic and there's also, do you know there's an extension, not extension, like an expansion pack game of Pandemic where you can actually work on the cure in the lab. Like,
right.
Yeah. It's like an expansion pack. So it does, you add it on. So it's another kind of like side thing that you can make the cure for the game.
Cool.
It's really cool.
Look at that. You can buy merchandise. You can even buy wee viruses.
Oh,
cuddly viruses.
I feel like that's just because I know you can get plushy bacteria, like microorganisms, like
E. coli and red blood cells.
They're called giant microbes.
Have you guys seen Cells at Work?
I've heard of it.
It's really good. Like if you have, I think it's on the dubbed version is on the American Netflix. So if you have like a VPN, you can. Or have access to the American one. It's really good. It's strangely like detailed in cellular biology and like it's a really good anime, and it's also like really, really like accurate in terms of the biology they get in there.
Okay, so hold on. So Giant Microbes is like a company that makes like plushies. And they already have a coronavirus coming out in June.
Of course they do.
That seems tasteless. At least wait.
Tasteless, but tasteless. I'll take 20.
Oh, you get a nanovirus plushie.
What's the name of the company again?
Giant Microbes.
Giant Microbes. I have a few I got from a friend. Let's chill for Giant Microbes. Maybe they might give me one. There is a coronavirus.
Yeah. They also have...
I said that like I was doubting you.
It's the internet, Kitch, for goodness sake.
Oh, you can get antibody. Oh yeah, I have the antibody upstairs. I know you can get. I have a stem cell upstairs as well.
Yeah, you can get loads of different things.
Oh, you get sperm cells.
Yeah,
that's weird. Oh, you can get molecules.
Oh, wait, molecules.
Yeah, you can get adrenaline, caffeine. I need more caffeine.
Yep. I think we'll call that a night there, shall we?
Yeah, because the next one, disease, is the first one is STD, so probably it's better we take this offline.
All right, everyone. Thank you, audience, for tuning in. Thanks, everyone. I think we'll be back next week with something again. Don't know. It does not like anyone's got any plans for the next weekend.
Well, I have an active social life, as you know.
Yes, we all do at the moment.
Yeah.
This is it.
All right.
I got to be trimming this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you're going to live stream that next week. That's going to be the topic of the show.
And as you can see here, fuck.
Maybe that's what we'll name the next virus, Kitch's beard.
I wouldn't be surprised. Who knows what's on this?
Anyway, good night, everyone. Thanks for coming along. And we'll see you all soon.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay indoors, stay safe.